All right, I wasn't gonna stream today. I was gonna stream yesterday, and um, I did not want to leave my bed. I wasn't feeling great. Um, then I started doom scrolling, which is just great. Also, welcome, by the way. This is Alfie Animus for the Associated Guess. On a special Sunday episode. Ladies and gentlemen, I know my main people probably won't be here today. They might catch up later. However, I don't know. I saw a couple things as I was doom scrolling through TikTok, X, that I just had to speak on. First and foremost is this thing that I saw. Benny, you guys know I'm not a big fan of Benny, but he makes a good point here for the most part. And I love Robin Williams. I will never not love Robin Williams. Unless you find out that was secretly a pedo or something, I will always love Robin Williams.
Beautiful
but
rendition of what it means to be an American flag in a way that only he can.
But let's see Robin Williams do his
It's
thing.
going to shock your senses because you've never seen Hollywood like this in our lifetimes. You've never seen Hollywood that's just purely patriotic and loves this nation and is thankful for it. This is a time gone by. Robin Williams, ladies and gentlemen, from not too long ago, embracing what it means to be an American, a true legend. Here we go.
I'm the one that they're singing about. Yeah, I'm the Stars and Stripes forever. Star Spangled Banner. You can call me Old Glory, but let's just keep it simple. Just call me Flag. Oh, say, can you see? Okay. Little flag humor. Well, you probably don't recognize me. You say, who is that, Evel Knievel? No way. Yeah, you see, you can't recognize me because
I'm in my birthday suit, yes.
I'm wearing the original 13 here. Yeah. I remember Miss Betsy sitting there going, oh, this could be the start of something big. Whoa.
Oh, Tom, don't be a pain.
Yes. I was born June 14th, 1777. That makes me a Gemini.
My God.
Unpredictable. Crazy.
Wait, is that?
Yes. I like the
Is that true?
outdoors and I'm the life of
Isn't
any
that
party,
off?
whether it be Republican, Democrat, Independent, Socialist, anything libertarian, I'll be there. You know, I'm 204 years old. People say, Flag, how do you stay so young? Is it jogging? No. Is it tennis? No. It's waving. You know, we're talking about billowing, furling, and unfurling. Richard Simmons, eat your heart out.
That lady, not a good gum to tooth ratio.
Puberty. Yeah, war, famine, invasion. And 1861, well, I had a little skin problem that broke out into 34 stars. And now, well, little patience, and look what we got now. Look at this. Hold on here. Ha-ha! Ha-ha! All 50. Everybody's on here. Look at this. Alaska. Hawaii. Yeah, we got your Tennessee. How are you doing today? Here's Vermont. You can't get there from here. Oh, and there's California. For sure, totally. Like I said before, you know, I had a tough time for a while. I've been in a lot of wars. They fired missiles and muskets at me, but you know, come the dawn's early light, I'm still there. You know what I'm talking about? And you know, I've been made into everything from designer jeans to t-shirts, and I've even been a cape for Mick Jagger. Well, all right. The rocket's red glare. Well, all right. But people haven't always been respectful to me. Sometimes it's been tough. There have been some people try and spit on me, trample me, burn me. Foreigners and occasionally some Americans too, but I don't let it get me down because I'm not a stay-at-home kind of flag. You know, I've been to Europe. I've been to both North and South Pole. I was at Iwo Jima. Recently, I've even been to the moon. You see me in all sorts of different postures. When I'm like this, that means everything is okay. When I'm upside down, well, put on your Mae West and hit the deck. But when I'm like this, well, that's not my favorite position because, well, that's half-mast. I don't mean to bum you out. I didn't come here to depress you. But I gotta tell you something honestly. I haven't been getting out much lately. I guess it's not very chic to put up the flag anymore, you know? Muffin and I have a flag, but we haven't found it for very long. Hey, but look at it this way. Don't look at it as saluting me. Look at it as saluting yourselves. You know, hey, I'm just a flag, a symbol. You're the people. If I may say so from here, long may you wave.
And look, this is a diverse crowd. I don't know who he's talking to with this, but it's America.
Why isn't there more of that? Gosh, it'd be really nice to see more of it. Actually, we can see more of it. Chris Pratt, of all people, has just endorsed the Young Washington movie and is telling everybody to go see the Young Washington movie, saying it's
gotten out of a screening of this movie. I can't believe it. It's so good. It's so good. It's like The Revenant. It's like Pride and Prejudice. It's like Braveheart, all combined. You, of course,
I don't know
know
about all
the guy
that,
on
but
the cover,
hey,
George
Yanuka.
Washington.
Yeah, no,
You don't know Young Washington.
I wasn't gonna stream today. And then I've been doom scrolling. And that's what got me yesterday. I was doom scrolling and until the missus got home from work, and then I was doing the same today. And then I saw a couple things that irritated me and looked suspect. So here I am. But we're starting with this.
You don't know. I'm not a history buff. I knew a little bit about him, but dude, the story is freaking so cool. The acting is incredible. Whoever plays Young Washington, I don't know his name, but I'm gonna tell you this right now. Mark my words. Very soon, everybody in the world will know his name.
Was he black?
He's a massive star. He's a really good actor and just so solid in the performance. What a role. What a movie.
Who played the role of Young
John
Washington?
Irwin.
go see Young Washington, ladies and gentlemen. Support a different Hollywood with Angel Studios. We can take back Hollywood. We can have our home again. Patriots can be in control. God bless you. God bless you on this 4th of July.
Andy
Just reminder
Serkis
that
is in it?
we can be, when
The
we're
same guy
all
that made the shitty Animal Farm?
together.
Interesting. Well, after that, I just watched more Pegasus vid that I think is important. Yeah, I just saw that he posted one. I have it. Well, it was at the end here, but now it's saying unavailable. Let's get into a couple other things, and then I'll probably drop in some more Pegasus at the end.
That's this situation. It's a
But this,
Hassan tweet.
but this is talking about Asmongold had a take that a lot of people misquoted or mistook when it comes to PlayStation, and now since then Xbox, saying that they will no longer have physical media, and he says that people are having the wrong argument, which I don't entirely disagree with. I don't really disagree with. I do think that we should worry about physical media because it's right here. But at the same time, we need to be having this other argument, which he'll describe.
Oh, this is one about me. So it goes off. These companies would charge you a subscription fee to even think about their games if they could, and this weirdo would defend the megacorp on principle.
This is written by somebody who didn't even watch the video. It's mind-boggling that people still don't understand this. Like, you will literally, and this is why I always say, 10 or 15 seconds before any clip that you see, and you can have the full context. This is why context matters. You can take 10 or 15 seconds of what he says and have him say something completely different.
is what makes me so mad about this. Just because you buy a digital version doesn't mean that you should be giving up any of your consumer rights. And this concept and this What? What the hell is he talking about? How does anybody not immediately agree with this? Did he even watch the clip?
Just for context, as you all know, PlayStation just announced they are ending physical disc production.
And so did Xbox. Xbox was giddy about this. It's like their old, the old CEO came back, the one before Phil Spencer.
When in reality, he had the exact same take as the GOAT, Louis Rossmann, in his latest video. PlayStation stops providing physical games. This means nothing. Your enemy is DRM, not digital media.
Yes.
Just because you buy a digital version doesn't mean that you should be giving up any of your...
And again, I prefer physical media. I always buy, if I like something well enough, or I want it to be, I want to have something physical of it, like I'm going to do for Star Fox and the Ocarina of Time remake. I'm going to buy it physically and digitally once I get the money.
Consumer rights. And this concept and this dichotomy between physical and digital editions, and that the digital editions...
And the reason for that is because it's done well, and I want a copy of it in case... Well, I was one of those weird kids who kept all the boxes for all of the things, which is why my house looks the way it does. And yeah, it might be worth something someday. And it's worth something to me right now.
They're just almost assumed that you have less ownership of them is bullshit. It is a false dichotomy that has been created by companies in order to give you the illusion that you have control whenever you buy it. Wait, he would agree with me? Like, did he? No, he's supposed to agree with me on this. This is one of the rare things that Hassan and I are supposed to agree on.
Yes.
What? Like, a disk of something, but the disk is running on software that can choose not to run the program. It can change the user agreement, then it can apply to the digital copy because the digital copy has to go through physical software checks. Like, fuck. I had no idea Sony's PS5 contract straight up states people don't end anything but the licensed game. You can control F on the PlayStation site. Sony's PS5 license, all games, disc included, are, quote, licensed to you, not sold. Sony may also disable software use online or offline.
Yes.
And it is literally the PlayStation legal. So this is...
This is what we should be arguing against, not whether it's physical or digital, because the licensing agreement that they said that you're purchasing, this is the argument that we should be making. Primarily. Like, you should say whether or not they should still have physical media because you want physical media even though everything's digital now. I completely agree. Physical media should still exist. And I think it will with Nintendo for at least another generation. But that is the argument that we should be making. Let's continue.
What it says here. All games or other software made available... Sorry, let me scroll in just so you can read this. If you are in North America, Central America, or South America... All games and other software made available for use with your PS5 system are licensed to you, not sold. Oh my God. It's been like that for years.
Hold on. If you're in Europe, Middle East... Okay, so it's that way everywhere, but this is the one that matters. I was just making sure that it was the same.
Not sold. Oh my God. It's been like that for years, by the way. It has.
Yes.
It has. And everybody, people don't know that. Why is Hassan disagreeing with me in this? It's shocking to me.
Because you literally have to download the whole fucking game for the last full generation if you play on PlayStation or Xbox. Nothing really changed except for the fact that this licensed disc can now be handed over to your buddy so long as it's deleted from your console and downloaded on theirs.
He's farming a hate thread off of me.
At least that's the way to describe it.
In the one time that he should be agreeing with me. He's supposed to be agreeing about this. He saw the Brigaded community note and he thought it was an easy farm. Oh, is there a community note? I guess it's gone now, right? I don't know. The majority of video games are full on-cart and disc. While some games require downloads, that's the minority. You own the games that are full on discs. Not if the console doesn't play them.
Once again, straight from the PlayStation site.
All games and other software made available for use with your PS5 system are licensed to you, not sold.
Boom.
The reason why I'm frustrated, I'm going to explain the reason why I'm frustrated. I think people are chasing a placebo effect. I think they're chasing the concept.
Look, this should only be true of subscription services. Yes, if you get a subscription, an actual subscription service, yes, you can only watch that while the licensing agreement between the creator, between the platform, between you is active. I agree with that. Sure, fine, whatever. But if I purchase it, if I buy something on Amazon Prime, and I buy it because it's not currently on Amazon Prime for free, with or without ads, that's mine. It should be mine. Whether it is, I don't know. I need to go through their policies. You would hope, but if this goes the way it is, probably not.
Of physical media instead of chasing the idea of digital ownership in totality. I don't like the idea that whenever you buy a digital game, you forfeit consumer rights.
Or a movie.
I think that on a foundational level, that's the wrong way to look at things. And while I understand why people want physical media, now I think that what we need to be doing is we need to be looking at legislative and legal solutions for these problems. Like, that's what my big problem is, right? And I see everybody hyper fixating around, you know, whether I have a CD of the game or not. But the thing is that I see where things are going. And where I see things going is that more consoles are going to have mandatory hardware checks. More consoles are going to have firmware requirements. That the firmware for the console will only allow you to play certain games that were basically on a pre-approved whitelist for the console to run.
And this isn't unlike, I mean, have you noticed that after you have a cell phone for a couple of years with certain companies, they start to throttle you if you don't buy a new phone within usually 2 years is when I start to notice. But if you get past 3 years, oh my God, what is even happening? That's my biggest thing. Because it's already happening with certain things. And yes, it is in the same realm. But they get away with it. Because they're monsters.
That's where things are going. And I think that you can see a lot of mining canaries with that. You can see that, for example.
He's talking about, like, is that like the canary in the coal mine?
Heated seats, for example, a subscription. You can see
I didn't know that was real.
You know, obviously Netflix and everything else turning into a subscription. What is a mining canary? A mining canary is the idea that you bring a mining canary down with you whenever you're like a miner, and like not underage, but like you have the, you know, the pickaxe, right? And you use that mining canary to figure out whether there are poisonous fumes that are below you, because obviously gas rises, and so the mining canary would act weird before it would affect the human's lungs, right? So it's like the idea of it kind of being like a precursor, like a warning sign, oh my God, this is what could be happening to me. You know, we need to be looking at a lot of these advantages for companies and figuring out ways that you can even the board between the companies and also the players, right? That's the main thing that I care about. Only nerds care about this shit. Are you being serious? I'm going to read your post. You're memeing,
yeah, this
right?
guy's a fucking asshole, isn't he?
So this is this is what I'm going to like kind of like try to explain to you. This type of licensing and limited ownership is coming for everything. This is an entropy that will not spare you from the hobbies that you enjoy or the things that you engage in. To the extent that you have a cell phone, to the extent that you drive a car, to the extent that you're doing things like even, you know, I could see this happening with refrigerators. Anything that has any, like, for example, do you have a smart TV? This is a good one. Do you have a smart TV? What happens when the smart TV decides to say that, well, the firmware updates are no longer going to happen and we're going to engineer this TV to be dysfunctional now? That's a big problem. That's a huge problem.
Which reminds me, I need to get a new smart TV.
That problem comes from this. That's another.
I've had mine for like 10
same
years.
Tree of what I'm talking about. So, like, what kind of car do you have? Yeah, it won't update apps. It won't do anything. Let me give you another one. Printer subscriptions for ink. Just don't update it. Well, I mean, you have to update it. Like, this is the thing, right? Is that the no car, okay, so this guy, okay, well, at least you have a smart TV, right? So whenever you buy a car, do you think that it's a good thing that your car will have subscriptions to functions that are baked into the car? Like, for example, heated seats. Like, if, for example, like your car had heated seats that were locked behind a subscription.
No car, I'm broke. Then
problem?
what are you
BMW
talking
does
about,
that.
bro?
I wonder why I gave that example. We're getting there. We're getting there. Yeah, but I doubt they'll extend their control to that point. Why do you think that's? I doubt those. Okay, to that point. Okay, so you doubt that's going to happen.
They're already
what if
doing
I told
it.
you it already did.
Oh my God. Hold on. What came up? BBW. Right now, he's thinking, "Oh God, people are gonna think about me and fat bitches again."
Okay, let me go back and let me look at, where is this here? BMW.
There you go.
BMW commits to subscriptions
Freudian
after
slip.
VNC debacle.
Mangold.
So what if I told you it already happened? Do you see this? Why don't you just relax, okay, guys? Why don't you just relax? Everything is turning into a goy scription. Yeah, so it's happening right now, okay? That's my point. All right. What we do about it then? Okay. Thank you.
A goy
so
scription.
now you see
Charge the goy beams.
I appreciate the fact that now you're okay. Welcome to the
Exactly.
show.
This is what we're doing about it.
Party. I get it. I understand.
Or at least
that.
talking about it so we can get to
so
what we're doing about
what
it.
we need to do about it. We need to have better understanding of the way that software and hardware interact with each other. We need to have definitive parameters around how much the user can alter and
if you're not
change
soft or hard,
software,
you're just floppy
how much
ware.
software can lock behind mandatory functions of hardware. We need to have a better definition of how licensing is applied. Now, I will work with any politician, any organization, any group of people that are willing to do this, because I view this as an entropic existential problem that will affect all of media, all of our daily lives, and all of everything over time. I think that things will be shifting more away from ownership and more into renting and other forms of bullshit like that.
More
right?
than likely,
Ownership
yes.
laws, it's your car. Wait a minute. It's your car. You guys need to, it's actually crazy that I'm more woke than Hassan on this issue. It really is. It's crazy. This is a big part of my messaging that I don't think I really talk about a lot because there's usually social issues, but I am incredibly pro-consumer rights and I am incredibly pro-consumer protections. And I think that the problem is that a lot of the things that I have identified that have been problems, I think that over time...
Oh, they follow each other. Look how sweet.
It's taken a long time. What is this?
Hashtag Brendan Herrera.
And you just run with that, and if you're a campus in general,
You're a
right? You're probably going to be on the right side of most arguments.
If you
like
say
98%
America
of
bad,
the
you're on
time.
the
Maybe
right
the
side
2%
of things.
time it's,
Fuck you,
devastatingly
guy.
bad. But 98% is a pretty good track record. Who thought I was
making fun of Mao Zedong, which I never would.
I would never.
will.
I would never make fun of sweet
Mao Zedong is
Mao.
Is one of the great leaders of this world. If you say, Hassan, all you say is America bad, all you say is America bad, Hassan, you hate America. Because the idea of loving America has been totally held hostage by some of the worst fucking figures that unironically destroy America with regular frequency, whether it be the Republican Party, whether it be Donald Trump, whether it be...
One thing that a lot of Westerners don't understand is third world and third worldist manipulation. And the reason why Westerners don't understand it is because it's so transparently stupid and obvious that it kind of gets through because of how in your face it is, that people think to themselves, there's no way that somebody could be this blatantly dishonest and this much of an obvious liar.
Big Apple's real estate market is taking another hit. Google co-founder and billionaire Sergey Brin reportedly dumped his stake in a New York City investment fund for pennies on the dollar. Landlords are suffering from rent controls and explosive costs under...
Which is how bad it's getting. They will literally lose thousands to save millions long term. Or lose millions to save billions long term. Just because they see the writing on the wall. It's like the program Smith is beyond your control. And Trump is Neo in this situation. Rather, Nux is Neo. Let's see if we can get him to any prominence. Beyond where he is. Lord Nux.
It was too late. All right, Charlie, I want to come to you on this here because the numbers suggest he took a $75 million loss on this. I wish we were all in that position. How much? Yeah, I don't know.
75 billion?
75 billion, 100 billion.
In the scheme of things, that might not be that much.
But no, man,
it cost him more.
The psychological pain of loss is
taxes he's going to have to pay.
He's still taking a loss, and that's always a hard thing to do. What is the right?
Well, yeah, one, you can write it off.
Mayor Mamdani's policies. I mean, I feel like every other topic right now we're talking about crazy economic policies that they think will work, and now the market is
I've been following muni bond prices on this, particularly short-term municipal bond prices, because well, you know, there's been reporting on this on how New York City faces a weird cash crunch. Like every business faces cash crunches for now, every now and then, right?
Yeah.
You kind of budget for that. You hit the short-term borrowing markets because you know Fox doesn't have all the money in it, you know, coming in all at once to pay us, right? So it rolls commercial paper, right? There's a reason why Mondami is not rolling the equivalent of commercial paper right now, because they do have a cash crunch. And it's because these notes that he would have to sell, they're called revenue anticipation notes. Or tax
Sorry, saving some Brandon Herrera things.
Rates would be huge.
the astronomical.
They're
compared to
and
the
they're
rest of the
rising.
country.
And if you look at New York City muni bond prices, we are, you know, the prices are going down. The yields, you know, the premium you have to give a holder to buy it, going up. And here's the interesting thing: he's a commie. He believes in sort of the warmth of collectivism, right? He believes in
there's
taking,
no money in it.
believes in taking private property, right? He's
100% he does.
Believes in, he hates the tax, he hates the rich, you know, or he wants.
No, he hates America, which is funny because it's mostly rich people, most of the rich people, who supported him coming into office. Because they're all self-flagellating. Why? I'll never fucking know. And a lot of the ones that push it are your celebrities who only have actual capital, who don't have really anything invested. People who don't know anything about the world, except that they went to college, usually paid for by mommy and daddy, or they were upper middle class, lower middle class, and they took out loans for it. Or, well, upper middle class, and they took out loans for it. And then they had to, some of them, pay back said loans once they got any kind of prominence as far as their stardom goes. This is mostly rich people, mostly rich people's kids and upper middle class people's kids who were doing this, gutting the middle class as a whole and destroying the nation because they don't understand how anything works.
And we're not even getting into the weird cultural stuff he's into. This is just the budget side. But he has to tap the capitalist system known as the municipal bond market. Now, at some point, there's going to be a divergence between those two. And you're just seeing signs of it now. When that happens, I don't know, but there has to be. Never before has New York City been run by a communist. The last time the municipal bond market rebelled was in the 70s, when it wasn't quite communism. It was just rank incompetence in City Hall. You didn't have any sort of budget systems, you know what I'm saying? And they were like, well, enough's enough. This is a little different. Like, will the municipal bond market finance a commie?
Well, does that force the hand, right? Does the tide turn the other way when the interest costs go higher?
Yeah.
You're a real estate owner here, proud, saved for it. What do you think of this in tearing down real estate values and these policies?
I'm not surprised by it because you see what's coming down the pike. And to my original point, $75 million loss on the books right now might not be anything really when you think about what could happen in the long run. And the truth of the matter is nobody wants to deal with it. Nobody wants to have to fight these policies or do business here. And so what happens if everybody starts flocking out? I mean, he said that people wouldn't. Well, a lot of people already left. And so if anybody who's still here then decides, I don't want to deal with the hassle of this, there are better places to do business or invest, and they go, then the city really deteriorates. And the sad part of that is all the people he promised he was going to help, he's actually hurting, not only through...
Hold on. I just want to point out how based Jew Pull is. Thank you for the anti-AI blue check club. Just so you know, the reason he's making this is because if you have a blue check mark, you're literally supporting AI. Every single dollar you put towards X is supporting AI. And if you are out here speaking against AI, you're literally paying for your own demise. And if you don't see this, then you need to, well, don't shut the fuck up because it's content for everyone. But what? Anyway.
Policies, but because of the flight of capital.
Yeah, driving up prices, I mean...
Anyway.
We've had loads of different examples recently of the police
Why is it not
being
posting?
caught on camera doing awful things when an altercation has occurred. and it is clear who the victim of the altercation is. They have, and when it's an interracial issue, the police have arrested the victims. Of course, Henry Novak is the primary case.
Yeah.
Has really brought this to the fore. I mean, everyone's seen the footage. More footage has been released. It took them like 8 minutes to discover that he had actually been stabbed after he passed out. But anyway, that being the worst example, there are loads of other examples. Now, these aren't that bad, all things considered. That, you know, no one's died in any of these examples. But it really highlights and emphasizes the nature of the two-tier system in this country. I've likened it to what I
Oh, yeah,
think
no,
is
Jew
basically a
Pool's very
colonial
based.
system.
Imagine that.
Police are the protectors of
Based
the settlers
Jews.
against the natives. And every time you see this sort of thing happen, you realize, oh my God, why would they do this? Unless there was an intrinsic anti-white racial bias within the police. They are trained to do this. This is part of the anti-racist policing that they will go through. Here was a case from Birmingham the other day where 3 black lads and whoever are like getting into they're getting into an altercation with
And I think we covered this on Thursday or Friday show. If we didn't, yeah, just watch.
just this lone white lad. And of course, he's prepared to defend himself. They grab him, they start hitting him and whatnot. Then, where have these police come from?
See, and that's
They
the part
must
that's
have been
crazy.
able to see. They must have been able to
And if he doesn't show it, I will, because I've gone through and done more than I normally do. I know, you're proud.
see the altercation beginning. Why didn't they intercede? Because they were like, no, for some reason, it's acceptable when the blacks attack the whites. As soon as
And he didn't even fight them. All he did was stand up, and then someone else put their hands on him, and he lashed out, as you would after just being knocked to the ground, clotheslined by some puss who did it when you weren't looking, when you were paying attention to someone else.
he gets up, he's about to start defending himself. He is the one pushed against the wall. Now you can see that he strikes out here, but like, this is very clearly, oh, I'm in a fight. This is the heat of the moment. I just have to punch whatever's in my face.
And he's probably in a haze because he was just slammed into the freaking concrete, man.
But he probably didn't expect the police lady to be there. And as soon as he realizes, he just stops. He's like, right, okay.
I love how she's extra tough to someone she knows is just going to go along pretty peacefully.
She arrests him. They take him off to their van, and she's like, walk to the fucking car, you dick. This kind of attitude. It's like the guy going, I don't think you have been stabbed, mate, Henry Novak. There was, in the Southport riots, there was a video from Liverpool of a police officer arresting someone. He's like, why am I being arrested? It's like, you look like a dick or something like that. It's like, the contempt that the police have for the public is clear in every altercation that they have with the cops, in every interaction. They think that you're scum, and they're not afraid to tell you this. They'll just act as if you are a problem for them. Again, the way that, like, you know, French colonial police would have dealt with Algerians, the way that British colonial police would have dealt with whoever, wherever, it's clear that they are there to look after the non-white settlers. And it's like, this couldn't be more, like, in your face. And then, when the
and this is the funny part. Look at this.
Police are forced to actually respond to it. They're like, well, the incident's been reviewed, and we have no concerns over the officer's actions. And we're satisfied that they were reasonable and proportionate in the circumstances.
Have you watched the fucking video? Like, it's very clear. And then they say, we would ask that the footage is no longer shared to allow legal process to take its course. Fuck off.
Oh, right. I mean, I love the community note. The police arrested the victim of an assault and allowed his attacker to flee.
Yeah.
And everyone can see it. Birmingham police must have seen it. And they looked at him and went, yeah, but we arrested the white guy. What are you talking about? We arrested...
And it's got nothing to do with race. If this had been a bunch of white guys that tackled a black dude, and then the police tackled the black dude that was just standing up after being attacked and hadn't done anything. I don't care if he instigated. I don't care if someone went over there and got in someone's face and got smacked. Sure, the guy who instigated can be disturbing the peace or whatever after you get the people who couldn't handle someone being obnoxious and clotheslined them. and threw him to the floor. I don't care. White or black, I do not care. I don't care. But it's very clear in this video. Like, way more clear than any of the other videos that we've seen in some of these things, except for the Henry Novak bit. Like that, the dude's like, oh, I don't know. I've been stabbed. Oh, I don't think off, mate. Like, the whole bit, and the guy just completely doesn't say anything about the fact that, oh, I stabbed a guy like 5 bits, eh? Like, absolutely insane.
We call him a fucking dick.
Yeah.
And we have no concerns over those actions.
Fucking dick getting hit into the ground like a dick.
That's what we're paid to do. That's what we've been trained to do. That's what we're here for. That's the order that we are here to enforce. And so, of course, we have no concerns. And so what does this mean? What does this mean for the rest of us? Well, it means we're fucked. The only way you are going to get any kind of justice in this country is if it is filmed and goes viral on X.
Yep.
That's all. That's the only way this can happen. They've followed.
We're aware of the footage shows the arrest of a man after a disorder on Broad Street. Officers found a group of men fighting. As the incident was dealt with, an officer was punched. One man was arrested and charged with assaulting a police officer. He punched the police officer because as he was getting up after being attacked by several people who they allowed to flee, because the one that looked like they might have been pursuing was like, I don't want to be the racist one of the 2 cops, because if I go after them, and while they're having this little conniption of a crisis, she threw the other guy against the wall, the victim against the wall, and he swung thinking it was probably someone of the group who attacked him initially. And then when he realized it was a very small police bitch, then he's like, oh, what are you arresting me for? Obviously.
Followed this up with this. We were aware that footage showed an arrested man after a disorder on Broad Street. Officers found a group of men fighting. As the incident was dealt with, an officer was punched. One man...
They didn't find them. And if he doesn't show the clip, I will. Of a few seconds before, from the same camera...
was arrested, another was charged, and then they were like, oh yeah, actually, by the way, we're also launching an investigation to identify... Oh yeah, actually, by the...
Hold on. The video depicts a group of attackers and victims visible to onlookers and police, and I'll show you that. Clearly, the officer was not punched. Having just been attacked, the man was still defending himself from any and all assailants. Again, obviously.
The way, we're also launching an investigation to identify the other people who actually started the fight.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, right. So...
But again, if the police had announced themselves, other than slamming the victim, who had just gotten up off the ground from being clotheslined to the ground and punched in the back of the head while he was still on the ground, probably disoriented from both blows, attacking him, slamming him against the wall, and then being surprised when you get one across the chin.
It's only after the footage goes viral, Tommy Robinson, everyone else shares it and talks about it, and everyone's just like, oh right, 14 million views on, like, sorry, what are you talking about? That was all fine. And they're finally like, oh, yeah, okay, yeah, trust those guys. We're going to find those guys who, the 3 black guys who started the fight.
If they had done their job, because there was like 4 cops there. Okay, there were 4 cops there, 1 for each actual assailant. If they had done their job, they would have got him that night.
And we're going to arrest them too. Trust us on this. Like, okay, one, I obviously don't think you're exactly going to put your heart and soul into actually bringing justice to the kid who was attacked there, obviously. But secondly, what you're telling us is that the only way you're going to get us to even pretend to bring any of these people to justice is if everything goes viral and everyone makes a big deal out of it. Literally reveals the nature of the 2-tier system that they're very clearly trying to keep hidden. Like, that is abominable. Absolutely abominable. That's how you get justice in modern Britain, is pray you go viral on the internet. Pray that whatever happens is being filmed and it goes viral on the internet. That's my country in 2026. And man, I'm telling you, it's the police that are the problem. And it's because of the way that they're trained. Now, I'm sure all the good police officers who are like, wow, I really can't stand this, I'm leaving, making plans to exit, in the last decade or so have done. But you've got this one here, where you've got a guy who's just walking along next to a protest, a Palestine protest, saying, "I don't like Mohammed. He was a murderer and a rapist." Two statements that are factually true from the canonical account of Islamic scripture, right? Gets arrested. Why? This is a racially aggravated public order offense now. Right, okay. Is it possible for a minority to commit a racially aggravated public offense against a majority? No. A minority person cannot commit this against a white person, and even, I mean, obviously, in reality they can. They could racially aggravate anyone. But according to the police, it's only racially aggravated when you do it to them. Okay, of course you're going to go and arrest them for that. Of course that's terrible. Here's just another example. I don't even know where these are, right? These are just, you're just lucky to go viral. I think it was in Birmingham or something. But as you can see from this video, black guy's attacking a white guy, and he's fighting him off. And look, whoever it is, police or whoever this is in the red jumper, come over and pin the white guy to the ground. You're the aggressor. Why? Because you're white. Even if you're not.
Hold on, sorry.
This is in the red, and he's fighting him off from this video. You're just lucky to go. Here's just another example. I don't even know where.
Sorry, I
these
missed
are,
it.
Right, these are just, you're just lucky to go viral. I think it was in Birmingham or something. But as you can see from this video, black guy's attacking a white guy, and he's fighting him off. And look, whoever it is, police or whoever this is in the red jumper, come over and pin the white guy to the ground. You're the aggressor. Why? Because you're white. Even if you're not the aggressor in every other case. Here's another one where locals are like, "Why have you put a migrant sex offender in our community?" And the police are like, no, hang on. I'm here to defend the migrant sex offender, okay? You guys have to calm down and knock it off and go home. He's free to be a migrant sex offender in your community. That's the way this system works. I am a defender of this system. Therefore, you, the natives, the ignorant tribesmen who don't get progressivism and diversity and inclusion, you are the problem here. And it's over and over and over. And it goes as far as... And
this is the crazy thing. Especially when it comes to radical Islamists, especially in the case of Britain as it is right now. Or in Zora Mandani's New York. They are literally all the things that they accuse and fear that white Christians will be. All of them. If they had it their way, Sharia law is basically that god-awful Hulu show that has all feminists up in a bunch. Like, oh yeah, that's exactly how what I always had in my nightmares that the Christians would do to us.
I mean, this is an amazing one. This chap called Alistair Hilton here. This is his account. I'm having a drink in the evening with a friend in the Chiswick pub. Two policemen have just come into the pub and asked me to step outside. I've stepped outside. And they've threatened me because I tweeted about a councillor banning seating outside of pubs in Chiswick. They admit on video that I did not break the law at all. They came to threaten me, to warn me off tweeting about councillors in the council. This is modern Britain. This is the police state.
Yeah.
Please watch this video. It doesn't.
Be happy you're not in Britain. I don't know how it is where you're from, but
and the police come
it's not like that here
the
yet.
What are they doing? What are they doing? They're saying, if you're a white person, you don't get to just be critical of the power structures. You don't understand the hierarchical nature of this country. It is the government, and local government, the power structure. It is the migrants. It is the people who enforce this, the police and whoever else, the judges, and then it's you, the serf underclass, who are just
pretty much
there to be exploited, to be taxed, to be used at their discretion. It's disgusting. Absolutely disgusting, and yet this is normal. And this is an incredible one, right? So this police officer's like, look, and if I'll play it, so you can just see the guy's eyes.
Causing other members of the public harassment or distress. Okay,
yeah.
So that itself is technically a public order offence.
Is it?
Which you can be arrested for.
Go on then.
Okay.
Do it.
Okay, I can. Not saying I want to right now.
You can't.
However, if you don't give me your details, I may arrest you.
Oh, I'm not giving you my details.
Okay. You're under arrest then for public order. You don't have to say anything that may harm your defence.
For filming?
Look at
fucking
this.
wow.
Look at this face. This is a man. John is right. These are. My entire life has been set up for this moment. I've been through all the training. I've been told, look, you'll get some guy who isn't really doing anything wrong, but he's public order harassment, whatever it was. And if he doesn't cooperate fully, as in give you all these details and allow the system to persecute him in the way that we have set it up to procedurally do, then you can just leap out and arrest him. That's what, and he's like, fuck, it's happening right now.
And they all thought that movies like V for Vendetta would be pushed by the right. No, I mean, it is being pushed by a religion, but it's not the religious right. And we'll get we'll get into the right wing very shortly. Trust me.
He's not being a problem. He's just not cooperating, so I can now arrest him. That's it. Got you. This is the system, right? These are the people running the system. Like, frankly, they come across like jumped up Reddit mods who are just thrilled. Oh, brilliant! I've got an excuse to bomb, exercise some power over some random member of the public. Oh, I'm saving minorities and persecuting these evil racists or troublemakers or whatever, and I'm thrilled to do it. Is the general vibe that I get from all of the, and these are all literally in the last day or two have popped up on Twitter and in the feed and in the public consciousness, because it's like, right, okay, all of these were really bad from the examples of the police officers themselves, right? The people themselves don't really seem to have been doing much. I mean, where well, I say not doing much, where they're not the victim of the thing, or where they're just what you would think is exercising free speech and being critical, or again, being the victim of the thing, or again, being the victim of the thing and just protesting against things, or not even doing anything wrong, just having a drink and being like, yeah, I don't approve of the local councillors banning outdoor seating at pubs, you know, or to a guy who's just like, look, I just don't want to, I don't think I'm doing anything wrong, I don't want to give you my details, that's it. You are on the cutting edge of all of the law here. And it doesn't matter how the law is written, it matters how the law is going to be interpreted. And remember, like we learned in Southport, they're going to arrest you. Do not plead guilty.
No.
Make them give you a jury trial while you still can. Make it go through the courts. Make it be something they have to prove. Because if you plead guilty, that's it. You just get rubber stamped and they'll give you whatever they want. Look at Lucy Connolly, right? It'll be 2 years in jail. Just remember the...
And let's, while we're on that, let's actually watch this video here.
Yeah, I presumed you were.
I was waiting for something to get that point. Ultimately, it's more of a, just so you're aware, opposed to a insinuation or accusation. Are you aware that if you schedule a protest outside of council's house, it's an offence?
I haven't scheduled.
But are you aware of that then? Yes or no? If not, I'd love to read out the limitations.
Yes.
Yeah,
Hold on. Whoa. I haven't scheduled any protests.
I'm not saying you have. I'm saying, are you aware that's...
All right, we know where this is going. All right, carry on.
Okay. Just so you're aware.
Oh no, I will.
Bear in mind, I was in the Bell and Crown, nowhere near his house.
What are you talking about? Today, you mean?
Now we're...
And again, I'm having a drink this evening with a friend in Chiswick pub. Two policemen just have come into the pub and asked me to step outside. I stepped outside, threatened me because I tweeted about a councillor banning seating outside of Chiswick. They admit on video, watch it, that I did not break the law. They came to threaten me, to warn me off, tweeting about the councillor. Please watch this. Yeah, exactly.
This is raising awareness.
Yeah, we're just making you aware.
We're using the fear tactics, but carry on. Oh, we are.
No, I mean that's exactly why.
Anyway, carry on.
Feel free to sign. Do we read out the section 2 or not?
Right. Okay. Yeah, I'm aware. So.
And are you aware that what you have been doing, you post it when you finish the posting, going past certain people's houses?
Posting what? Sorry.
Posting, going past their houses.
Whoa. No, I have not posted going past anybody's house.
On live stream?
No.
Okay. Have you not posted?
No.
Let me finish my lie.
That's right.
What I'm trying to say.
Hold on, look how many houses. Right, let's just go. Look how many houses there are here.
This is not an accusation again. It's
Right, mate, you're being used as a hard man to scare. That's what you're being used as. No,
All you.
That's the way it normally goes.
I'm having a conversation with you.
Oh yeah. No, I'm listening. I know how you work. So carry on. Because you're threatening. Because a counsellor. The conversation is.
You're here at all about a post that didn't threaten any violence, that didn't threaten any breaking of any law whatsoever.
Just you turn up in 2 police uniforms is a threat. If you turned up with a jacket on and you weren't coppers, I realise that.
If I did, 100% that would be the case.
Do you know what I've done? Do you know what I've done with the police? Let me tell you the last conversation I had with police officers was. My daughter lives on a boat, okay, on a canal near here. She has a window smashed in at night at 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, I can't remember. Smashed in. I was next to her, I live in a boat. Rung the police, smashed in. She's in fucking bed. She's 24, yeah? Smashed in a few weeks ago, literally a few weeks ago. Rung the police, I got her to it, I don't bother with the police anymore. So she rung the police. Do you know what they said to her? Nothing we can do, mate, it's happened now. Nothing, that's what you always say. That's what police always say. Literally, no, please let me say this. Bang! Fucking woken up. I woke up in a boat next to it, hearing smashing glass. I said, are you all right? Rings me in tears. Some cunt has smashed your window in. Literally, so she's where you are. All right. It's not. She's lying where you are. This is a window. Smashed in. Glass all over her. Everywhere. Glass. Anyway, got her out. On the police. Sorry. No, nothing we can do. Right. There's a boat. On a phone. Nobody bothered coming out. Of course they didn't. You only come out to threaten. So, no. So a girl, a 20
That is what you're here to do. Let's be real about it.
It's happened. I quote, there's nothing we can do, it's happened. You are now here, so that's a girl who's fucking had a...
We can't arrest them because it's already happened. We can arrest people before they do things. We're into pre-crime. Post-crime, that's not what the police do. What do you think this is?
So smashed in when she's asleep at 3 and 2, 3, 4, I can't remember. You don't understand the threat. There's no threat when I'm sat with a friend in a pub. So how has he got direct to you? What's your direct number that he can get to you and I can't?
If you want to raise it with the commissioner, feel free to.
Oh, it's a waste of space. Talking to the police is a waste of space. What I'm trying to establish is, what is your action? What's your action? What are you accusing me of?
I'm not accusing you of anything. I'm having a conversation with you.
So you're not accusing me, but you're spending 2 constables are spending time advising me.
Just let me finish the conversation and then you can go back inside. At that point, we're wasting no time.
Oh, you're still wasting time.
Again, that your behaviour that I have seen on certain posts could, and listen to the words I'm saying to you, could be construed as harassment.
Incredible.
Just so you understand.
If we wanted to, if you continue down this road.
Keep my fucking mouth shut. Is that what you're saying?
You're a public figure. You're a public figure. It's not harassment. You suck at your job, and that affects everyone. Fuck off.
What your advice is? No. Oh, whoa. I deliberately didn't get his house in any video or post. Show me the post. Show me where his house is in.
Again, if it was down to the point of where I'm saying to you, this has happened, and I'll be warning for harassment, I'll be taking to the police station. This is a conversation.
This is about the counsellor. Anyway, I'll explain later.
Anyway, you've also...
The point is that they're doing their job. They're being plain and courteous. So I think that
I appreciate your frustration.
Yeah, fuck your friend too, bud.
I've been doing it a while. I know where the frustration lies. A lot of the time, you talk to police, then if you've had the same issue, and you don't get the response you want.
Fault police.
A lot of the time, it's not a case of we don't want to hear you, because you're looking at a case of a
Just gonna skip ahead.
So I think that's
friend gets involved.
We've been made aware. Posts on where you have spoken about some incidents, not the actual address.
Correct.
So whereabouts,
Deliberately not the
it
address.
was, giving descriptions of where it was. Again, not said the address. But
Nobody could pick the address from here. Look how many houses there are.
Described it.
Crime.
You're going back to the fact of
You've been and you've threatened, and that is what this.
Look, I will say, don't go, even if it's your politician, don't go to their neighborhood. But still, man, like, come on, like this broad.
No us. Okay. I'm not approaching people. Okay. People are approaching me.
Okay. And all I'm saying is, if you carry on, then there will be issues, all right?
With the people.
With the police.
Why? How is that possible when I'm not breaking any laws?
Me and my colleague, we've explained it many times. We can arrest someone to prevent a breach of the peace. A breach of the peace is...
Well, he has to be doing something wrong.
Yeah. We're arresting you to prevent it from you doing something wrong. We're not going to leave you to carry on winding people up.
What is this, like Minority Report, like a crime that might happen in the future? You're going to prevent it?
Prevent the breach of the peace. Have you heard about that?
Why don't you...
Unless you see a dude with, like, a ski mask and a pipe wrench or something, someone who looks like, or you've heard about a crime that they're actually going to commit, and they're going to do it tonight at 6 o'clock, you can't do pre-crime.
Just tell people to mind their own effing business.
Well, I wouldn't recommend you doing that.
Why?
Because you're going to cause issues. We are here to stop anyone attacking anyone or anyone getting angry, because your behaviour, if you carry on with some of these people, someone might be...
You know what Nux and Tucky would say.
And then that's going to cause a breach of the peace.
It's going to cause a breach of the peace, isn't it? I will say, Jew pull, extremely based. Hold on, that's not the full one. You get in there and you make it about you. This lad got arrested for assault on police assault and bringing him after being attacked himself. Critical drinker, happy Independence Day. Hassan Piker, ironically, talks about how Taylor Swift, her wedding was wasteful, dramatic misuse of resources. No, it's not. I mean, it is way too much for a wedding, for anyone to spend on a wedding, but she has the money to spend on it, and she had to hire people to do so. It's not a misuse of funds because it literally paid for people's days, and I'm sure those people are paid too much for whatever the fuck they do, but those people pay other people, and those people render other services, which is how a fucking economy works. Mr. Piker, Mr. wears suits and can afford to get suits but not get them tailored to his specific build because, quote-unquote, pick-me princess, shoe-on head, quote-unquote, made fun of your communist with a Gucci bag lifestyle, you going to, Cuba in a $3,000 outfit, $3,000 or $4,000 outfit. Anyway, here's more of this fucker. This is what happened after. Calls him a dick. And then this guy comes over. Oi, did the lady smack your head on top of the second car. Get in there. Yeah. One guy does what two ladies couldn't. Let's see what this little speech from
As we mark 250 years, what do we see? We see a city of contradictions within a nation of contradictions. We see the wealthiest country in the history of the world, one where children go to sleep hungry, while the world's first trillionaire hungers for more. We see monopolies.
And the funny thing about that, look, the funny thing about that is he doesn't have $1 trillion. He has a $1 trillion in mostly stock interest, and he can cut himself a salary from said interest. But he doesn't just have $1 trillion that he can give to people. That's just how much his stocks are worth. And you saw it with the sudden dip of, what was it, $500 billion, roughly, plus or minus, almost immediately after that, to where he's only worth $500,000 and people are like, oh, you see what happens? No, motherfucker, do you see what happens? Okay? People sell their stocks, or no, whichever it is. It sells, yeah? Sell stocks, price of stock go down. What the fuck? So you can see how instantly his stocks aren't worth anything if the value of the stock goes down. The value went down almost instantly after he became a trillionaire. This is a stupid fucking argument from people who don't know how. One, he's not worth that much money. He has a lot of power because he has controlling interest in, 3 of the biggest companies in the world? It's endlessly frustrating. And he'll say people are hungry while he has this and this and this. That's not just straight capital for him to give. It's just not. And if he had given it all away, if he could give it all away, then he wouldn't have controlling interest in these companies. They would flop and flounder and fail because he's one of the main reasons why they have gotten to the place where they're at. And if you put that in the power of the people there, then they wouldn't be worth nearly as much.
Dominate every industry and oligarchs who buy elections. We see masked agents terrorizing our streets, eating food cooked by our undocumented neighbors before spiriting them away in unmarked vans.
No one buys their food except for Piers Morgan. Anyway, fuck off. I do love this. This very post by me was not mentioned in the last last More Pegasus video, but it was in the last More Pegasus video. That's right, your boy not mentioned, but certainly showcased, we'll say. I know it's not. I know it's nothing, and these AI videos are the best. Pretty much, and I love the split second where it looks like she might do the right thing, and oh, bam! You love to see it. Retard of the day. Shout out to Retard Finder.
When kids are getting raped and murdered, in my own country it's happening as well. Hey, you stood there smiling. Mohammed and Muslims are nothing but evil ideologies. It is evil. And what are you doing here? What are you doing here? I have the right.
Arrested for blasphemy. Now, this used to be the law in America, too. There were blasphemy laws. And we've liberalized away from them. We've progressed away from them. How can we honestly circle back to them? It's happening in England.
Right, that's not racial. Stop resisting. Stop it. Yes, Mohammed.
We're all right here, man. Don't worry about us.
What are you doing? Why are you being so aggressive? What, you just slammed me into a fucking door? Oh, mate, what's that?
And yes, Muhammad was in fact a rapist.
Yes, because have you read the Quran? Have you read the Quran? Have you ever read the Quran? Because it shows you in the Quran, doesn't it? That's not what I'm speaking facts. No, everything I have is legal. Everything I have is legal.
What's he done?
Nothing. No. Absolutely nothing. That's a Swiss Army knife.
Absolutely nothing. Jump back over to America and you see all this. Patriot Front is not listed among extremist groups funded by the SPLC and the DOJ indictment. Hold on. Were they not? Because I could have sworn they were. pretty sure they were. I'll have to. I'll look back into that. But you'll see a lot about these guys. Another video of that. Oh, one from Yanuka. See, and how was this okay? How's this gross shit okay? This bitch out there in a fake ass wig and her underwear. Foopalicious.
Everybody is free. Fuck the Ford. And my pussy stink. Happy birthday, fuck you.
I mean, that last part probably true.
Happy birthday, fuck you. 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 All right, come on, let's go. Abolition. Feed the people, fight the power, fuck the police. Abolition. Feed the people, fight the power, fuck the police. Abolition. Feed the people, fight the power, fuck the police.
That girl was born in the suburbs, I can almost guarantee. She was probably born in the suburbs. I bet there's a lot of stinky pussies in here. Man, get some fireworks. Just go have a good time. Eat a hot dog, man. It can do you some good. Some protein. It's good for you. I mean, hot dogs aren't good for you, but it tastes good. And this is what people are talking about. Talking about these supposed white nationalists, these white supremacists on a truck, and a picture of one black girl who survived and went home that night, mind you. When the opposite happened, not so much. And I know I said I wouldn't bring Irina Zurutska up again for, I mean, it's been a while. But all black people stabbed her in the neck. This is after. They all see this. No one subdues them. No one says anything. A couple of them, actually all of them, either sit their ass down and just let her bleed out. They don't render any aid. Or they scurry out themselves like cockroaches. Absolutely disgusting. Should have been afraid. Wasn't. Killed. For some reason is afraid. Looks more irritated than anything. Made it home that night. None of these people, mostly because they're probably Antifa members, from everything I've seen, nobody claims these people. But these are probably Antifa members, because we all know Antifa's the ones that like their masks. But this is absolutely insane. We'll get to more on that later. I think. Hold on. No, that's the same video. That's the same video. This is true. Niara will never be a woman. But you will always be a cunt. But you never have one. Hold on. There's a video. This dude getting detained for just talking, whereas not one enforcer is out on this one. We all remember how Count Dankula started. He got arrested for having his girlfriend's cute little dog giving a little Sieg Heil because it's the most disgusting thing he could think of. Now he's at the White House for some reason. Hold on. I know there's one. There's Count Dankula. Again, guess which one made it home safely? Remember all these faces. So sad. She's the leftist, too. If only she had been a little afraid. Oh, yeah.
That lady looks like Mom. That lady looks just like Mom. Oh, yeah. You're doing good, bud. You're doing good. We got plenty of stuff.
How many viewers we got?
We're up to 460 now. Let's go. Ones, is everybody doing okay? If we got 460 people in here, then we
Can we get ones in the chat for a total Aryan mockery?
Ones in the chat for total Aryan mockery, total Aryan victory, total Aryan Anglo. That lady looks like Mom.
I don't believe this. I don't know who those two guys are. It all screams of bullshit. Also, half the people who were shit-talking you are from India and Pakistan, just so you know. Whether or not they're in this country or not, that's where their account's based from.
Patel for FBI director. Anybody?
And look at some of these.
All right, here we are with
Like this guy. No patriot would have an upside-down flag. None. That's a leftist thing.
Patriot Front from the Washington.
I don't even know what the fuck that is.
Hey, are any guys speaking up on the record here? What do you guys think of Kash Patel for FBI director? Anybody? What do you guys think of Kash Patel for FBI director? Anyone? Kash Patel? Any thoughts? Any of you guys able to speak through those face diapers? Kash Patel for FBI director, any thoughts?
I wish I'd known this stuff was going on. I mean, not that I could afford to go, fly over there just for this, but it would have been fun.
My dude, behind the banner, what do you think? All right.
I believe it's a foreign religion, no matter what their Europe ends at the Caucasus Mountains. And I believe Georgia is on the right side of the Caucasus Mountains.
What about Muslims who are from Spain?
Muslims who are from Spain. So the organization does not accept Muslims, no matter what their racial or heritage might be.
Okay, so
yeah.
white Muslims not allowed.
No, yes.
You got to check all the identity boxes.
Well, yes, I believe it's a foreign religion.
So your group is based on identity politics.
I don't believe this guy's beard.
As a part of the human experience, which is necessary to the proper structure.
Does anyone believe that these guys are anything but far left wing?
Of government, yeah, absolutely.
Sounds like you have something in common with George.
As identity as a part of the human experience, which is necessary to the
It's part of the human experience.
Sounds like you have something in common with Joy Reid on that.
I don't know who that is.
Joy Reid, MSNBC host.
Okay. Well, I probably have opposing views on what I believe is the proper identity and heritage to build up the country, and she does.
What about Caribbeans, like native Caribbeans who moved to America? Do they count? That's not Europe.
No.
Like Tortola. What if you're from Tortola, part of the Commonwealth?
Okay.
And you come to the United States.
Tortolan immigration. Yeah, I think we could do without it. Yeah.
What about Australia?
Well, Australians are Europeans, a nation of the European diaspora. Yeah.
Okay, but there are white people in Tortola too. So there could be Tortolan, but they have to be white Tortola.
Speaking specifically on Tortola.
Yeah.
I think if somebody comes, anonymity has a long history of practice in the country.
Like the KKK.
No, like the Sons of Liberty, like the Boston Tea Party. Benjamin Franklin, Alexander Hamilton all wrote under pseudonyms for a time. Thomas Paine, Common Sense, written anonymously.
Then he came out public.
What was that?
Then he came out public. He did.
Yeah, well, I'm here in the public. You're talking to me. Thomas Ryan
correct.
Russo, nice to meet you.
Okay.
Cool.
Thomas, nice to meet
Nice
you.
speaking.
I'm Richie.
Richie, nice to talk to you.
Richie Mick Guinness.
Mick Guinness. Good
Yes,
stuff.
Mick
All
and a Guinness.
Good stuff. And have fun with the skateboarding, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I'll give.
I'm going to send a message to the Tortolans.
I'll give all Tortolans a second look purely.
Yeah. I don't buy it.
Come with us, beautiful. Let us touch you. Leave her alone. Have some respect.
Like how our taser just turned into a billy club.
Come with us, beautiful. Let us touch you. Leave her alone. Have some.
And I will say, yes, incels assemble. We all look at the Thundercat symbol that Nerdrotic sent up right here. My God. Hold on, I know I got the longer Trump's America. Again, she made it home that night. And I don't believe for a second that these guys are anything but far left wing. Oh, here it is. So you see the start of it. These are the police. And the camera guy noticed this. Don't know who he is yet, but definitely not a cop. Filming the cops as they're looking in that general direction. But they're too busy talking about how hard it is to get their hair pulled back underneath their hat. But again, he runs past them, and does that not even get their attention here? And then let's... And I will say, his boys, if these honkies over here are his boys, bitches. And you see where his line of sight is, gets hit in the back of the head again by this bitch. And then this bitch pushes this bitch away. Like, what are we even talking about here? I do like that one. And Critical Drinker, I feel bad for David Cornsweat. His instincts about the character are good, and in the hands of a better director, he could have been a fantastic Superman.
If I say, that's what it is to be human, that feels like I'm trying to prove it still, as opposed to I really know. A little bit. Is this not the moment where I go, I was wrong to feel that way?
That's exactly where the issue is, right? Because what he didn't tell you was it was wrong to feel that. There are feelings and there are thoughts. Your feelings about feeling bad are okay. It's not wrong for you to feel that way. You should just, it's not right or wrong anything. None of it is right or wrong. All of it is...
This is James Gunn disappearing in his own asshole.
Is being vulnerable and being human, being a human being. And in this moment, for you to talk about how it's okay to be vulnerable, you have to be vulnerable, which means showing Lex that your feelings are hurt. In the point when you really...
Showing Lex that he hurt your feelings. Fuck you. Like I said, I don't buy any of this shit. But anyway, continuing on. Speaking of the Critical Drinker,
article that I mentioned to you guys when we were just getting ready for this. It was, let's see, yeah, it was an interview with Taylor Sheridan.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, let's see if I can share screen actually, just so you can see it, because it is kind of funny. I love how this man just does not care, and I've got to respect that, because he shouldn't. He's been massively successful, and he's pretty much kept Paramount Plus up and running.
He's literally been the only content except for, hey, remember the 90s?
Let's see. Yeah, there we go. So, Taylor Sheridan gets candid about critics and Paramount execs. I'm not trying to win Emmys. So he says here...
it's awfully hard for a guy named Taylor.
Yeah. The prolific writer and producer and director of series ranging from Landman and Tulsa King that's been largely snubbed from the Emmy Awards over the years. However, the second season of Landman and the first Madison are strong contenders heading into this year's nominations. Many have questioned why Sheridan shows have often overlooked or been overlooked. Sheridan's series attract massive viewership and mostly receive strong reviews, but not all. Sheridan took issue with the critical reviews he has received of his series over the years, telling Simmons during the wide-ranging chat that he admits to rage-baiting reviewers, citing Demi Moore's role in Season 1 of Landman as an example, when he accused of sidelining the megastar. When I met with Demi about that, I said, here's the thing, you're going to be an extra in this show for 7 episodes and the critics are going to come after me. I'm underutilizing Moore. Can't write for women, all nonsense, he said, discussing his evolving plans for Moore in Landman. Then I'm going to kill your husband, played by John Hamm, and you're going to have to run the oil company. The critics and me, I don't care what they think, and it annoys the shit out of them that I don't care. I'll be the first to tell you that there are things that I do that rage bait them a bit, and this is one of them. I could have given them more episodes so that they could have realized that flip, but I didn't. I just sent them the first 3 because fuck them, honestly.
Hell yes.
I love that.
Hell yes.
Landman, if his name wasn't on it, it would win Emmys.
Yeah.
It's his best show by far.
Landman's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's pretty solid. Season 2,
especially the first season.
The daughter did annoy the shit out of me
Yes.
because they made her so retarded it's not even funny. But
they gave her a couple of good
understands
moments.
His audience. It's ultimately
Like, they give her a couple of good moments, and those good moments keep you being like, yeah, and then she'll do something else, and you'll be like, man, fuck this.
a show for dudes.
Oh, yeah.
Right? It's all like oil rigs and machinery and guys yelling at each other, guys beating the shit
Based.
out of each other, guys getting drunk. There's lots of hot women
Girls in
in it.
bikini. Yeah, lots of hot women.
And Billy Bob
Larter
Thornton.
is smoking hot, even though she's like, what, 50?
Literally, the only time I've thought Allie Larter was worth anything was in Final Destination, the first one. Other than that, she's not near pretty enough to have that kind of attitude. And honestly, that kind of attitude by itself will take a 10 to a 6 for me.
Or something like, damn, that girl is built.
Yep.
Doesn't matter. He knows why she's there. She knows why she's there. Give the
And
audience.
Billy
what they
Bob
want.
just rules in the entire thing. He's so good in it. And he knows his audience. And like Tulsa King's not going to win any Emmys. Tulsa King can get silly, but it's fun. It's a fun gangster show, fish out of water, and it's Stallone being Stallone. Freaking love every minute of it. So yeah, it's nice that we did that, and he doesn't give a shit. And I love that he uses that as motivation. So, yeah.
Just the idea, like, all pretentious, like, Hollywood trade reporters. He's just like, nah, I'm just going to piss you off now. I'm going to do the exact opposite of what you want. Because I'm so fucking rich and successful, I can do what I want anyway. Love it. It's power play.
Yeah, and thanks to Gary, because when he was talking about Tulsa King, because it was something I wasn't really into, and then once Gary talked about it and Landman, I loaded them up, and I was like, these shows are fantastic. Something that finally I can watch and get into, because there's just
on Paramount.
Yeah,
so much.
It is slop, but it's easy viewing. But again, it's like
The only thing that's on Paramount that's any good are his shows that are still on there. And basically anything you watched on Nickelodeon as a kid, and Beavis and Butthead.
It's an example of know your audience and give them what they want.
It's soap opera for dudes. With
It is-
violence.
it is pretty soapy.
Pretty much.
So it's like the show Dallas with more shooting and yeah.
Ditties.
I mean, there are explosions in EastEnders, you know. So
There is?
Sometimes I see clips.
Really?
There was once like a gigantic like action sequence in Coronation Street where there was like gas explosions and a train crash and stuff, and it was all done on a budget of like £200, and it was just amazing to watch.
It's like miniatures.
Like somebody's miniature train. Yeah.
But yeah, Taylor Sheridan, like with Paramount Plus, like basically it's the Taylor Sheridan network.
Yes.
Because the range of shows that he produces or executive produces is now insane at this point. Like you've got Landman, you've got Tulsa King, you've got 1923, you've got 18.
Dutton Ranch. Dutton Ranch is out like killing it right now.
Yeah, you've got U.S. Marshals or whatever it's called. You've got the
A fucking
also
lot.
Kevin Costner, like the one that started it all.
Yellowstone, yeah.
Yellowstone, yeah.
Yep.
So all of those things, plus God knows how many other things he's got in the pipeline. Like he understands what people want, and he gives it to them. It's simple, but it works.
Well, and he gives them things that they didn't even know they want. Because I don't even really like cowboy type shit, but here I am.
And they hate him for it.
And Paramount let him go. He's gone in a couple of years.
They might bring him back.
They're gonna have. Well,
they'll offer
he's
him a
already
lot of
signed
money.
a deal with Universal, I think, and he's gonna, I guess, it's more TV but more movies. But like this guy's like he bought a ranch in Texas and then he rents it to shoot on it. He rents it to Paramount, so they pay for his ranch to shoot on.
Oh my God,
It's
that's
a
like
baller
Michael
move.
Cimino when they did Heaven's Gate.
Yeah,
It's like,
yes.
Where's all this like land rental fee going to? Oh, it's going to the director of the movie.
Yep.
Like it's on his land. Amazing. Like I love the fact that he also wrote himself into Yellowstone
yeah.
as like a fucking badass rodeo cowboy who's like the best in the business.
Yep.
That makes me think like when they like, so who's the guy who bought it off? It's like, oh, he's pretty reasonable. And then they come through the door and it's him. They turn, he's gone. Gary, reminds me of remember Clarkson's farm when he's doing that negotiation with the fields.
Yeah.
Anyway, from here they're just gonna
Welcome back
get into
to
their
a
shit.
series
Let's
so
see what
censored, even YouTube subscribed in today's video. channel. The UK has introduced controversial new rules that force YouTube to change their algorithm. According to the changes, they will be forced to prioritize quote-unquote approved news sources and de-boost independent media and the rest of our channels in the algorithm. The proposed rules will remove the choice from the people and destroy the views and revenue of a lot of your favorite creators. YouTube themselves have responded, begging creators and viewers to fight back against these changes. Twitter has erupted in viewers, creators. YouTube themselves have responded, begging creators and viewers to fight back against these changes.
Okay, we're gonna have to get into this because what? YouTube makes change. YouTube puts mainstream everything at the head of the algorithm, the thing that everyone feared forever. You know, the whole reason that people go on YouTube was to get clips from their favorite shows for free. And then once people started getting monetized, to watch their favorite whoever, live streamer, gamer, independent news source, whatever.
Twitter has erupted in chaos, absolutely
As it does.
furious at the insane level of censorship. Asmongold has responded, comparing this to North Korea with the level of control. He claims YouTube will be powerless against these changes unless the people fight back. People are questioning if this is related to politics and the spread of viral clips that make the government look bad.
The government needs to stop being bad, and it will no longer look bad.
Points to the viral incident in Birmingham where a man was assaulted by a group of people and the officers arrested the victim instead.
Yeah.
Bruh. His son
Quite
is
violently.
back crashing out at liberals. He claims former President Biden and Kamala Harris should be put in international jail for funding wars overseas. A subscriber instantly points out that his taxes also fund wars overseas, and he has a complete meltdown. Hassan is now begging streamer NMP for a collab with Asmongold. NMP's chat responds disgusted at Hassan. NMP instantly white knights, claiming he's actually a really good guy.
Yeah, kill them. Kill those motherfuckers and murder those motherfuckers in the street.
Subscribe.
Seems like
to
a good guy.
save the legendary series and YouTube as a whole.
Let's up those numbers!
Now let's begin. Right, welcome back to the legendary series.
God, how awesome would it be to have 36,000 views in 2 hours? I know there's people that get more than that, but wow.
It might be a bit of a scary day. Basically, YouTube is in big trouble now. It seems the UK is introducing new rules regarding censorship, and they're basically going to be prioritizing certain approved channels, right? They're approved news sources, and they're going to be de-boosting other channels in the algorithm. So the people, the viewers, no longer have the power to choose what they actually want to watch, and you will be force-fed actual
Is that the new
slop,
CEO?
right? Not like meme slop, like actual slop, instead of the good slop that you're choosing to watch.
Is it goy
So
slop?
essentially what's going on is they want to make it so that you're forced to watch like the BBC or whatever, you know, CNN, Fox slop equivalent you got in the UK instead of the legendary series, because, you know, I'm
But
not
that's what we're all
approved
here
media,
for,
of
is the
course.
legendary
You can't
series.
have unbiased, factual, independent sources. We need to control the narrative completely. Now, the reason this is a big deal is the UK actually makes up a large audience of all of your favorite creators. So it doesn't matter if they're living in America or they're creating content from wherever, because their audience will be from the UK as well. Even my second largest audience is from the UK and Canada, after America, of course. So it's a pretty big deal for creators as well. I might randomly lose like 30% of my...
Like this person even says exactly what I said. They're Antifa. Instead of dressing in black, they're cosplaying as patriots. I've never seen a proud American conceal their identity. Neither have I. Or, again, have the American flag upside down. That's not something that anyone who even likes America would do.
My views and money, which is obviously not fun. So it all started here. YouTube is urging creators to respond to the proposed UK rules that says it could force the platform to prioritize some channels over others. The company warns that the changes could limit channel growth and reduce how often creator content is recommended. People responded, can't the UK government just leave everyone alone regardless of where they live? Yeah, this is the thing, that they're not just affecting people in the UK with this resolution. They're going to affect a bunch of random creators all across the world and the viewers who consume that content. Of course, YouTube is asking creators to back YouTube up. If not, YouTube will lose even more money. Yeah, I mean, obviously they're self-interested as well. They will lose a significant chunk of viewership from the UK.
Hey, YouTube, how about you just don't do it? Cut Europe off. Cut them off. They still have X. And then when YouTube, when England, when the British see that their people are still getting the word out, I mean, Elon Musk will do the same. If all of the social media platforms just say, go fuck yourself, what are they going to do, honestly?
UK as well, and in general, people will start hating them even more. But obviously, this is a good thing that we're both aligned on the same issue. Usually, a bunch of creators are against YouTube because they do stupid shit like remove dislikes or whatever, which nobody likes. But in this case, they're actually on the right side. The party is right. The party knows best. Don't listen to not party-approved content creators because the party knows best and the party is right. They're trying to control a foreign company through authoritarian means. What happened to your supposed freedom of speech?
Yes.
The internet is absolutely
Smart little
cooked.
puppy.
You're probably going to be better off playing with sticks outside.
I mean, sounds fun.
Doesn't it already put some channels before others? Growing on that platform is a nightmare, especially if they just decide to shadow ban folks. Yeah, so this is something that YouTube has been controversial for before as well, because
By the way, I get way less views now than I did 6 months ago for literally doing the same thing. But I'm actually putting like more hashtags and shit on things. But I get way less views.
all know that some channels are artificially
That's probably just 'cause I
promoted,
suck,
like
but-
all the fucking Jimmys on the planet. Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Fallon, Jimmy Mr. Beast, Jimmy McDonald, Jimmy Joma Jameson, who the fucking, like, nobody knows, right? They're always put at the top. Instantly you sign up to YouTube, you watch no videos, they're on the front page. You'll see some fucking slop PR friendly YouTuber, and everybody's annoyed at that. We already knows this happens, but now it's going to get pushed to an even greater extent, and now YouTube is being forced to do it. They can't even approve their narrative because the UK government is now controlling that as well. In other words, we will tell you what to consume, and we will decide what you're allowed to think. We can't have people watching
Enjoy the
legendary
slop.
series. It's too powerful. It's too powerful.
Luffy's living on the edge back there.
Legendary series.
Look at
It's
that.
too powerful.
He's living
It's
on
too
the edge.
powerful. Right, so it turns out YouTube released a message to creators asking them to fight back. YouTube has alerted some creators to the changes it could make to their channel with the message headlined, "Proposed UK rules could control your feed. Keep YouTube yours." The message invites creators to learn information about the proposed rules and submit their responses to the government. Right, here we go. Here's the message they sent to creators, and we'll just break this down one by one. The UK government is running a public consultation called Watch the Space, a new strategic direction for UK media. We'll go through that as well. The proposals include mandatory changes to how content is discovered on YouTube. This could direct audiences away from your channel. As a UK creator, this directly impacts your future. Digital content discovery works best when driven by user choice, not legal requirements. This is a vital window for you to share your perspective before the consultation closes on 31st August 2026. Impact of the proposed rules. Proposed new rules include a mandatory prominence regime. This could require digital platforms like YouTube to prioritize and give a privileged position to traditional broadcasters like the BBC, ITV, and Channel 4 in user interfaces and recommendation feeds, potentially pushing your content out of sight. Dude, can you imagine fucking subscribing to Dan TDM to watch Minecraft videos? They fucking push that out of your feed, start putting BBC in there. No,
My
you
God.
must consume the propaganda. No more Minecraft videos. Fuck you. Mandating prominence to traditional institutions will impact.
Ooh, hold on. Sorry. Puppet Edgar versus Patriot Front.
Appear to be a bunch of LARPing FBI agents.
LARPing. Playing pretend while in custody.
How many of you are gay? Raise your flags. 1, 2, 3. We're here with Patriot Front.
I don't care if he's corny. I think that Puppet Edgar is pretty based. He goes out there and he somewhat playfully tells the left how fucking retarded they are, and he's doing the same to these retards.
They appear of LARPing FBI agents?
LARPing. Playing pretend while in costume.
Their uniforms basically match. Whenever there is some sort of good cause that needs to be tainted with subtle racism, they do inject these law enforcement officers, or wannabes, into the mix. We're here at the meeting of the Masked Homosexuals Club.
Yep.
I don't like how they...
And just look at the way these guys... They're holding it like they were on the flag squad in the band, okay? Like,
Made my town, but it's freedom of speech, not freedom of reach, or freedom of reach around. If I tell you any type of joke and you rustle that flag, that means you're gay, okay? This is a test. What's the last sound you hear before pubic hair hits the ground? The answer is... He did not shake. You are heterosexual. Good job. We're gonna see if anyone will speak to us. Are you the spokesman for Trident Gum?
Can you please get that thing back a little bit?
Are you the spokeshole? All right. What kind of gum are you chewing? Is it double mints? All of them are mum. It's like they've got laryngitis and constipation.
like, look at the way these guys... One thing's for sure. I don't know if any of these guys are feds necessarily, but they've definitely never been in the military.
At the same time, why are you quiet? Why won't you talk to me? I'm getting depressed. This is like milking a really old cow. Is this Saudi Arabia? You'd fit right in.
And then why is this guy upside down? Again, upside down flag, not something a patriot does.
Have you ever tried a niqab or a burqa? He's your spokesman?
Thomas is right down there.
You do talk. Okay. How long have you been a patriot frontal lobe? Are you the leader of Patriot Front?
I'm not gonna talk to your puppet.
Now, will you talk to me, though? Where's your mask? Aren't you concerned about disease? What about disease? What about the disease of LARPing? Are you a federal agent? Are you a sheriff's department? Why would you show us your identity? I am not ashamed to be out here. If you're such a good cause, take off the mask. COVID's gone. I salute you. You're maskless. Why can't your bitches be like you? Why are they such federal bitches? Such Leos. I see you laugh at you, bitch. Take your mask off. If you laugh...
This guy might be secretly based. There could be hope for this guy. The rest of them, not so much.
You gotta unmask your ass. Honestly.
Use some more profanity. I think your viewers would like it.
You know what? I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to bleep all that shit out, and that's wrong, and that's a lot of work for me. I try to work as little as possible. I don't blame you for staying away from Muppets. Oscar the Grouch is a rapist. Haven't you seen Brokeback Mountain? What did you think of that? I enjoyed it. How much will it cost for a reach around? Some cowboy. Why aren't people with you more? Why does it just take one intrepid puppet with low self-esteem to come and harass you? I'm gonna pause here while I think of some other crap to say. Excuse me. Subscribe to Ask America with Edgar. Please don't kick my ass. I'm really, really sorry. If made to, I will go gay for you.
Are you okay?
I'm splendid.
Not as good as I was hoping it was, because none of those guys would even speak to him. But fucking hell, man. Puppet Edgar's got some good shit. I don't know anyone else's position on him. I don't know if he's actually left, right. I just know that he shits on the left. So I declare him good.
All other independent digital creators,
And these fuckers.
production companies, and medias, including through your content downranked. Pushing this group forward means pushing everyone else downward. Mandatory prioritization of broadcasters would affect how your content reaches your audience, regardless of what your audience actually wants to see. Okay, so this is something we've been talking about a long time, where YouTube will basically fucking gaslight you and be like, oh yeah, no, yeah, your content is totally still being seen by everybody, and then you'll get a bunch of comments being like, hey dude, I haven't seen you in my feed despite the fact that I'm subscribed to you, I watch every single video, I like every video, I watch it all the way through, but it never appears in my feed. You've just been shadow banned out of nowhere. And YouTube will obviously fucking deny this, do some bullshit like that. So they have a part to play in this sort of like weird stuff where they don't actually show the viewer what they want to see, and they introduce their own sort of bullshit. but I guess it's going too far for them now, and the UK stepping in there, and they're like,
Hold on. I'm so sorry to cut him off mid-sentence. So, Donald Trump, over 273 Americans have been shot since the war began in Iran. Or so, since the war in Iran began in Chicago. To which one of the Krasenstein says, so you admit that America has a crime problem? No, he admits that one Democrat city specifically has very much a crime problem. And I'm pretty sure he's lowballing it. But Eustace used to like him too. Nice.
We're actually the fucking Squid Game overlords. You can't come above us, you know? Reducing user exposure to diverse content and independent creators. Mandating prominence for established media networks would push the UK's diverse mix of independent journalists, educators, and digital-first businesses down the line. Threat to your reach and channel growth. Your ability to organically grow your community, generate views and revenue, and build a sustainable business is compromised if your content is hard to be discovered. So this is pretty obvious. If some fucking corporate loser is taking your spot in the recommendation feed, then you're not going to be able to grow as well. Undermining the creator-audience bond. The consultation repeatedly emphasizes trust in the context of legacy broadcasters, implying that digital-first voices are less credible, damaging the foundational trust that sustains the creator economy. Yeah, I mean, the whole point of YouTube is that you guys get to choose, right? You guys get to choose who you watch, and this is a platform that was built by a bunch of creators just fucking recording videos in their room, yapping or whatever. Very few like that left nowadays. I'm one of the few fucking people left who hasn't turned into a corporate shill or whatever. But yeah, we try to maintain the you about YouTube so you can connect with your favorite creators instead of turning into some fucking giant hollowed out AI. Anyways, here's the proposed rules by the UK government. Watch the space and new strategic direction for UK media. And this is like 31 pages long, so we're not going through the entire thing, but we'll look at where YouTube is mentioned. Chapter 1, Market and Audience Context. The digital shift is blurring the lines between traditional regulated TV and online content. Platforms like YouTube are increasingly hosting high-quality TV-like programs. Crucially, global technology platforms control the algorithms to decide what content people see. These algorithms typically prioritize engagement over value, risking filter bubbles that erode the shared cultural experiences once provided by broadcasting. Oh my god. So they're trying to do censorship while saying we're trying to stop censorship. They're like, we're trying to get you out of your echo chamber by putting you into our echo chamber. I mean, wonderful, wonderful logic. Oh my god, they're coping so hard. This environment puts significant financial strain on our domestic public service media providers, the BBC. Their advertising and license fee revenues are declining, while competition for high-end content is intense. So because the traditional media and television fucking sucks and they can't entertain anybody, and actual authentic creators are completely destroying them in viewership and in every metric and actually holding the entertainment of the people and keeping their attention, they're basically like, okay, we need to cheat. We need to shut these people down and raise our bullshit back up. YouTube is now the most watched service for children aged 4 to 15, accounting for 30% of video viewing in this age group. More than half of UK adults 16 plus include social media as one of the way they get their news. Yeah, so yeah, the UK is going like completely wild. They're also banning social media for kids under 16 or whatever. And it seems like this includes YouTube as well. So basically they're like, oh yeah, we don't want them to be influenced by these extremely toxic creators. We can't have them watching these Minecraft videos. We need to make them watch our fucking cringe political propaganda. In February 2025, YouTube CEO Neil declared that YouTube is the new television. Yeah, I mean, get with the times. How about you actually make some entertaining content, and how about you actually compete with the rest of us without fucking having to deboost us in the algorithm? Like, if you're genuinely making content that is worth watching, people will choose you. And the thing is, you have millions and millions of dollars of budget. We literally just have a microphone, like, and we're still fucking beating your ass in your like daily viewership or whatever. It's actually tragic. On the 15th June, the government made a crucial move to protect children online by banning social media platforms for under 16s. The ban will include platforms like Snapchat, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and X. Yeah, so this ban was pretty debatable. You know, some people understood it due to, you know, the detrimental effects social media has on kids, which is understandable. But I feel like YouTube is pretty important for education. Like, I don't really trust modern day schools to actually teach
But
you
you
the
trust
shit you need to
YouTube?
know to survive in life. I pretty much learned everything from YouTube. Even like typical school shit, like a bunch of physics knowledge or whatever, watching Star Talk and channels like that, you'll get educated way more from that than your boring ass professor who's not even interested in the topic he's teaching. And the fact of the matter
That's for
is,
sure.
YouTube used as a good tool is really good. Like, you know, I basically self-taught myself editing, filming, everything you need to know to be successful on social media. And I gave myself this career, which I wouldn't have, right? Also, they've sort of been on this tirade to ban any sort of negative influence, right? So I get that, you know, they don't want their kids watching like Andrew Tate or whatever, or becoming misogynist or whatever like that. Sure. But you're also banning the other side. Like there's plenty of good influences out there who are actually teaching useful shit to your kids as well. So, you know, maybe ban Instagram, you know, don't need that shit. Twitter, you know, terrible platform for kids, but I don't know why YouTube. Like, I feel like YouTube is a pretty tame place. I guess it depends where you go, but I guess that's up to you, right? Can you imagine some like depressed UK kid in school, right? His fucking life completely sucks because he has to deal with all this bullshit going on, and his only like copium is, oh, he actually gets to watch some good ass YouTube content, right? But now they're fucking
it's been my
banning it,
copium
right?
a lot of
His
the
only
time.
grace was the legendary series, you know, and knowing that there are people out there that understand you, that have common sense, think the same way you do, when you're surrounded by a bunch of regards there who might have been brainwashed or whatever. But hey, I guess crush the hope of every kid, they say. You will be forced to watch James Corden 24/7, 365. That's your fucking Jimmy of the UK right there. Right, so Asmongold responded talking about the situation.
Wait, what the hell? Wait, what is this?
For context, this is a message from YouTube themselves, urging creators to fight the proposed UK's state-mandated algorithm changes.
This is a vital window for you to share your perspective on the content. Oh my god. They're trying to, like, rig algorithms now? The proposed rules now
that is
include a
exactly what they're
mandatory
doing.
prominence regime. What is this North Korea shit? Prominence regime? This could include digital platforms like YouTube to prioritize and give a privileged position to traditional broadcasters like BBC, ITV, and Channel 4 in user interfaces and recommendation feeds, potentially pushing your content out of sight. Mandating prominence to traditional institutions will impact other independent news creators. Your content is downranked. Threat to reach. Oh my god. Oh my god. Now I want to celebrate 4th of July even more. So their propaganda machines are losing, and they're losing so badly that the only way that they can stop it is by making it mandatory to show the propaganda.
Yeah, so I don't really know why they are doing this. So
You
a
will
bunch of
eat
people
the
are
slop.
pointing to politics being a motivating factor, like they're trying to control everyone. They have been on this crazy movement to like control everything with this, you know, digital ID type shit, banning social media under the age of 16. And it's kind of debated whether it's under the guise of actually protecting kids or actually controlling the spread of information that they don't want people to know, or making sure they only push their, you know, state-sponsored propaganda or whatever. And the thing is, you know, it's really bad because YouTube is actually against this. Usually YouTube absolutely loves this shit. They lean into it all the time. In fact, they actually made this really annoying as shit change that nobody even talked about. Like recently in YouTube Studio, you guys don't even see this, but basically they used to show the likes still, right? So publicly they disabled the dislikes, but in your YouTube Studio, you could still see the like and dislike ratio to see if people liked your video. But now it's gone there as well. I don't know if they've like hidden it somewhere, but you can't see it in Studio.
Really?
And I'll tell you what they replaced it with. They replaced it with your
Oh, wait, I knew
individual
that. Derp.
revenue for that video. So you can't even fucking check your content anymore without being blasted with how much money that specific video made, and that influencing your decision. So,
Wait, really?
oh, you want to make good content? No, I'm sorry. This video actually made $100 lesser. That's right, you pathetic loser worm. You should never ever try to be creative or create even slightly different content, because actually you're getting lesser money from this, and that's not good for our YouTube algorithm overlord. So then Asmon predicts that YouTube is actually going to fold, and they don't actually have any power to fight back against this, because yeah, the government can just impose any rule they want on it, and YouTube will be forced to follow it unless the people actually fight back.
If YouTube folds, X has the golden golden opportunity. Every company has to fold to the government because the government has guns. YouTube doesn't have any guns. They're going to try to resist this, but at the end of the day, if the UK government tells them to jump, they're going to be saying how high. They can just literally shut and block off access to YouTube on that website. Governments have a million different ways that they can be fucking annoying, right? The problem is that British citizens, I think, they've been boiled very, very slowly. There have been increasingly more speech laws. You have been increasingly told that you can't see what's in front of you. You can't even discuss what's in front of you. You can't even consume content that is contrary to what's in front of you. And all of this has happened, I think, probably over the course of my whole lifetime, right?
Dude, can you imagine they just start playing Hassan on TV? Like, imagine they pull an Iran move, like, shut off social media completely, right? Ban that shit. And then force your citizens to watch Hassan Piker and Sneeko. Ay, bro. That would be absolutely diabolical.
Speaking of state broadcasters, your boy was on Iranian news.
I have never.
Like, of course you both were.
I didn't realize. No, turn it off. Turn that shit off.
You will watch Hassan Piker and you will be happy. No, I'm obviously kidding. The UK has not approved of Hassan either, obviously. As we know, they recently did the doubly move of actually banning Hassan from the UK. So,
even the UK gets a couple of dubs.
Is right? They accidentally do get some things right as well. Anti-Semitic, racist, terrorist supporter. Kind of made sense. Probably ban him. But, they're doing this other shit now. I don't know what the fuck's up with them. And the worst part about this? Hassan is going to watch this, and 100% he's going to be like, they're coming after you. I was only the beginning. We will all be swinging from the gallows. I told you I won't be alone.
When I swing...
Like, what if this was the thing that brought Hassan over? I just saw that Brian Shapiro, that guy that lost the argument to Andrew Wilson's wife, so horribly, has been hanging out with Tim Pool of late, and now he just posted, oh fuck, I saw it a second ago. Yeah. Said, we got him, boys. And then Pushing the Limits with Brian Shapiro said, after spending time with Timcast and the far right, I am a changed man. Now, this is probably just joking, and you see a lot of love here. You see a lot of people who aren't willing to forgive him. Like, God, I can't stand this guy. I really can't either, because you can tell that he never really believed or understood. Oh, I got a chat. Hold on. Let's see who that is. Hold on. Is that the right code? I can't remember. Oh, Eustace. Okay, so you're sending me. Okay. Okay, self-professed retard cat. Like him. All right. I'll check him out. Anyway, sorry.
From the gallows, I won't be there alone. You will be there. They'll put you up there too.
He's actually gonna cream himself, be like, I told you they're going to ban everybody. Okay, buddy, back in the asylum, all right? You were still rightful.
And what do you think about Erica Kirk? Like, I've never been a huge fan of her personally, but just because I don't know her. But I'm not against her, just because I don't think that she actually killed Charlie. The same way I don't think Israel or the Jews killed Charlie. I think she's doing kind of a lot like have you seen Landman season 2? Spoilers: someone important dies, their wife takes over, and she's just kind of doing her best, doing what she thinks would be right by her dead husband, while also kind of proving that she can do it and all that. And although she doesn't make the right choices and she makes some mistakes along the way, she didn't kill her fucking husband. Like, is it cringe that some people are over simping for her a little bit? Yes. But at the same time, her fucking husband died. And the whole world, being led by people like Candace Owens, are against her. I don't know. I think she is trying to keep her husband's legacy. See, and that's what I think. Like, I don't really care, but I have to keep commenting on it because people like Candace Owens think that she killed her husband, or Turning Point killed her husband, or for whatever fucking reason. They're the only reasons that he was the only reason that Turning Point existed, and she's trying to keep his legacy alive in that. And God, it's coming up on a year. Like, I know we still got a couple months off, but that's going to be tough. Like, 9/11's bad enough, but 9/12 or 10 or whatever, whichever one it fucking was. Now we have 2 days in a row where national tragedies happen. It's fucking sad, man. Like, one of the few people who actually wanted to make things better, whether you agreed with him or disagreed with him on his tactics and policies. He was willing to have the conversations, and he didn't seem to have any hate in his heart. He reminded me of a lot of one of the few good people I met through church. And I'm happy to see that guy didn't get involved in anything like this and is doing great for his life and his community. He's a band teacher, and I think he's a part-time minister, and he's a great, great guy. And I'd give you a shout out, buddy. But I don't want any of your people to know that I'm fond of you or anything like that, because I think that a lot of people will hate you just to spite me. And I don't want that for you. But just know that you pop up on my Facebook feed from time to time, and I'm proud of who you've become. It's exactly who I always thought and hoped you would be. I only wish I could be half of who you've always known you are. But I don't. I think she isn't nearly good enough. But there's no other choice. No, I agree. She's not Charlie. 100%. I agree. And I kind of chuckled at the fat black dude who did her in whiteface. I kind of chuckled because she's far prettier than that. But for Drewski, for the way his face was made and the fact that he spent that much time and effort to make himself look that close, it was kind of comical. But overall, it's just hateful. Like, it had been 3-4 months since her husband was capped in front of her. I certainly wouldn't have done it, and I made jokes like, hold on. Like this joke, like the second that not Bill Gates, what's the guy who was completely Stephen Hawking? The second that Stephen Hawking died, what was the sound that it made? Like that's pretty much it. Like, I was making that joke. But my God, Drewski, like, I know you're a comedian, and I know comedians push boundaries, but fuck, man.
Fully banned. So then he talks about his UK analytics and whether they will be affected.
That's their strategy, whittle us down slowly to a point where we feel hopeless to do anything about it. Yeah, they want YouTube to prioritize the mainstream broadcasters like BBC. So if the government in the UK does go through with this, I will show you my analytics because I do have a very large international audience. I will show you if there's a big difference with this, because I think what they're going to do is they're probably going to deprioritize different media that is contrary to what their ideology is.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, this is an unprecedented move. I mean, it pretty much affects...
And I'm not the hugest Andrew Wilson fan either. But no, it's like I was making that joke the second he died. And anyway, I'm not the biggest Andrew Wilson fan, but good on him for going after people, because he probably had a lot of respect for Charlie. And even though that they had very different means, Andrew Wilson loves to berate and belittle people, and that's his way of doing things, and that's fine. And Charlie Kirk was a lot more pristine and proper and polite. about things. Did he have moments where he lashed out? A little bit. But for the most part, he was respectful and he was kind. God, I still cannot get that fucking video out of my head, man. Like I said, it's one of 3 images that I will never be able to unsee.
All of your favorite creators, unless I've completely misunderstood this, I don't think this is something to be taken lightly. And the fact that YouTube actually loves promoting this cringe corporate PC channels all the time, and even they are like, wait a minute, hold up. We are the overlords. We will not be pushed around. Like, for once, we're on the same side of things. Now, hopefully they fight back against some AI slop as well, but, you know, we'll get to that when we get to that. Right, so it turns out people are questioning if this is related to the recent viral incident in Birmingham.
I would say, yeah, probably.
Assaulted by a bunch of people, and the police officer arrested the guy who was assaulted, and they let all the criminals run free. So, completely insane clip. Not sure how much I can show here, but it's pretty cut and dry.
We would ask that footage is not shared further to allow the legal process to take its course. Insane clip from the UK. Police are arresting someone who got assaulted. What the hell? Okay, well, let's see the original video.
In his defense, he probably thought you were one of the attackers.
And they even admit that. And again, remember, the cops are over here.
Oh my God.
Clotheslined, punched in the back of the head. She slams him against the wall. Come on, I'm a little lady and I don't want to get my nose broken like that other one did, do I?
Oh my God, this is disgraceful.
Okay, these aren't his boys. These are just fucking assholes.
You dick.
Oh, girl, please.
How did you know?
In the fucking car.
Oh yeah, the big guy. Where was he like 10 minutes ago?
Yeah, not sure how much I showed there, depending on YouTube, but yeah, that is some incompetent police right there. They basically saw a guy getting beaten up by a group of people, and they decided to join it. Like, they decided to join in as the police. Like, are you part of the gang? So basically, a bunch of news stories like this are going viral on places like Twitter and, you know, get shared on YouTube as well. And particularly, independent media and independent creators seem to talk about these stories way more rather than the approved media. Therefore, it's not a good narrative, and they basically got to try and shut it down. So it turns out the police actually admitted that they did not want the footage shared anymore because it makes them look horrible. And this is similar to cases in the US as well, where police are caught abusing their power. We had the Reckless Ben, Bricks and Minifigs infamous case where the police are openly corrupt, and they just don't want you seeing this stuff.
Someone clotheslined him, and then someone hit him from behind, and that's when you went in. And all I can say in his defense, he probably thought you were one of the attackers at that moment.
Okay, so somebody's assaulted him first.
Yeah.
You saw it.
Like, they were literally standing. Show it.
Look, so the police are they're right there. There's the police car. It's right.
Yeah, they're literally, and they're standing like right here. We saw it earlier. They were here for the whole shit. And this guy, the guy filming, like the guy on the camera that you're holding here, was on the other side of the cops.
Right in the frame. And you can see very clearly all of these people are antagonizing this one person. And you can see he's not hitting anybody. He's not doing anything.
And even if not, even if he's just like he looks and he's like the kid from that Bugs Bunny cartoon, I want to eat that, I want to eat that, I want to eat that, and he's annoying the shit out of them. He didn't swing on any of them at all. Maybe they did something and he was just like, why'd you do it? Why'd you do it? But he's quite clearly not aggressive.
This guy's going to go and hit him. He's going to clothesline him. And then this dude punches him in the back of the head.
Like a bitch.
She grabbed him and he didn't even see her. He instantly stops when he realizes that's the main thing. Yeah, he stopped.
Because again, he was slammed on the ground and then hit in the back of the head by a bitch And then this
immediately.
bitch.
He's not doing anything. I mean, if he was really trying to fight her or do something, he would have continued fighting back, but he's not doing that. So, and then this is also, so this is the response. We're aware of the footage of their man showing a disorder on Broad Street. Officers found a group of men fighting. As the incident was dealt with, an officer was punched. One man was...
They didn't fight. They didn't find anything. They were standing there talking about who the fuck knows. Like I said, their ponytails are hard to get underneath their little hats. And a bunch of guys started some shit with one guy. And then they attacked, and then the police attacked the same guy who was attacked.
Arrested and charged with assaulting a police officer. The description is false. One man was surrounded by multiple others. The man was assaulted and thrown to the ground. While on the ground, he was punched in the head. While getting up, a police officer threw him against the wall while his assailants were allowed to flee.
Like, what happened to him was literally what people said happened to Carmelo Anthony. The only difference was he didn't stab anyone. And also, it didn't happen that way with Carmelo Anthony. Like, literally, what happened here is what they said was happening to Carmelo Anthony before he stabbed Austin Metcalf. And then also, the police girl's a cunt.
The incident has been reviewed, and
bitch.
we have no concerns over the officers' actions, and we are satisfied that they were reasonable and proportionate in the circumstances. We would ask that footage is
Reasonable.
not shared further to allow the legal process to take its course. We are at the stage of openly admitting arresting the victim is satisfactory. If the footage absolves you, then why don't you want it shared? You watched one lad get violently attacked by a group and decided to arrest the guy being attacked. In his defense, he stood up swinging and instantly stopped as soon as he realized who was grabbing him. He probably didn't think in a million years he was in the process of being arrested. This dude gets punched in the face and the police rush in to arrest him.
Right. So they admit that they don't want these type of stories shared. And I understand if it's like, you know, fake stories, misinformation, whatever.
Yes,
AI
100%.
saw, but I don't know. That seems pretty real. And if the trusted media, the media of the people, doesn't cover it, then other people obviously have to. And it seems like they're attempting to shut that down. Now, obviously, there's no proof this is like correlated. This is just like one theory people have. This is the reason they want to take part in this censorship and deboost a bunch of other creators in the algorithm. Maybe it has nothing to do with stories being spread, clips being shown. Maybe they just want to shut down YouTube. Maybe they just hate Dan TDM. They can't have those fucking pesky Minecraft videos going around. Like, I mean, didn't that guy literally like raise half the UK or something? Deboost that motherfucker.
Yeah,
like,
fuck it. Deboost him.
I can't stand Dr. Trayor. I can't stand him. Fuck him. I'm kidding, of course. But let me know if you're living in the UK. Like, what is this all about? What is your leading theory as to why they are doing this?
Sorrow.
People responded, I hate mainstream media so much. When freaking YouTube is telling people, this is bad, fight this. It's bad, like really bad. UK, quick. Only recommend state-sponsored media to the public. They're finding out. UK reading 1984 like it's a guide. She's crazy. UK is turning into North Korea. Okay, wouldn't go that far, but you know.
Not yet.
A single country demanding an algo change globally should be rejected globally.
Right now, it's approaching South Korea.
Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Like, if you want to do something for your country and your citizens, that's like, whatever, you know, you do whatever, you know, your citizens will fight that. But now you're making a change that's affecting the rest of us, right? Like, we have a bunch of viewers from the UK. Obviously, the rest of us independent creators do not want our videos deboosted in the algorithm because we're not giving you the approved news, right? Bro, you can't hide the internet from me. I'm terminally unemployed. I support the legendary series 10 Toes Down.
Hell yes, 10 toes down. Support them.
It's illegal to expose fraud now. We literally done goofed. Repeat what I say. It's not about the kids' safety. It's about control for everyone's privacy. Asmon single-handedly ruined their credibility so bad they want to ban YouTube. Okay, I don't know about that. The internet should just okay, come on.
No, I agree with that one. I 100% agree with that one. Just cut them off. No, I don't. I will not leave the Europeans to twist, especially when they've finally found their balls enough to fight back. I won't do that to them.
viral clip. She literally was an attacker at that point. You watched him get assaulted, let the criminals go. UK police force is a literal clown show. I'm sorry, did you post a comment on the internet? You're getting arrested. She probably thought you were one of the attackers. She was. Female cop should be in prison for assault. We ask no one share any more footage. Yeah, that's a crazy thing to admit, by the way. Do not share any more of this footage. In fact,
Yeah, don't
we're
show us
cutting out
fucking
YouTube
up.
completely, actually. We can't have that shit.
Don't do
We got
it.
Stop
People
Killing
must
Games
not
responding.
know.
Stop Killing Games relies on creators like Asmongold. Legendary drops. We would not be here without them. Treating them as second-class voices is deeply concerning. Breaking UK government tries to take control of YouTube algorithm. This is pure authoritarianism. YouTube is...
Hold on. Al Jazeera, that cunning news source, is reporting on all these masked men.
America's most brazen and active white nationalist neo-fascist organizations. Run by Texas-based white supremacist Thomas Ryan Russo, Patriot Front describes itself as a movement
There's nothing more American than a dude with a French last name.
of American nationalists, with a stated goal of creating a white ethno-state, appealing to people of our European race to reclaim what it sees as America's true identity. Researchers even say the group's logo borrows from the fascio symbol of Benito Mussolini's fascist party in the 1920s, 30s, and 40s, while wrapping itself in the colors of the American flag. Patriot Front emerged in the aftermath of the 2017 Unite the White rally in Charlottesville, a rally
Haven't heard of him.
where one white supremacist, James Alex Fields Jr., attacked nearby counter-protesters by driving his car into a crowd, killing 32-year-old Heather Heyer. Trump, who was midway through his first term as president at the time,
Are you gonna say it? Are you gonna say it? Good people on both sides.
to the incident by saying,
I think there's blame on both sides, and I have no doubt about it, and you don't have any doubt about it either.
since then, critics have accused Trump of helping embolden white nationalists.
Again, this is 100% false. Say what you want about Trump. He has. How many times does the guy have to disavow David Duke, the KKK, white supremacist, or any kind of racist organization? He does it all the time. As a matter of fact, while this bitch talks,
Nationalist movements, often referring to his promotion of the Great Replacement conspiracy theory, a false claim that Democrats are using mass immigration to replace people with European ancestry with non-white immigrants.
that is true. They've admitted to such.
And this weekend, when Patriot Front claimed that more
Again,
than
the upside down
100
flags.
members marched through the Washington area, Trump made no public comment. The march went ahead as the United States marked 250 years since the Declaration of Independence. For some, it took place under a banner of patriotism. For many others, it raised an uncomfortable question. What does it say that one of America's most brazen white nationalist groups felt able to march through the nation's capital during one of the country's most symbolic anniversaries?
Because it's not illegal to do so. They didn't hurt anything. They didn't hurt anyone. They didn't do as Antifa does anytime that they march through anywhere and burn and pillage and violently attack people for even coming close to them. These had to have been feds. I don't believe. Look, I've never even. I've maybe heard of these guys once, and I would have to go back and watch some of the news coverage at the time of the Charlottesville riots. But let's trust Al Jazeera and this white British bitch. You know, Al Jazeera, the people who think that the pretendicide in Palestine is real and factual.
Acknowledge this is happening and must be stopped. Keir Starmer, Andy Burnham's government is said to control the YouTube algorithm by law stipulating they must push approved content to UK citizens. Least obvious censorship law ever. No, you can't watch YouTube videos. You have to watch this 75-year-old woman on a public broadcast channel re-upload, give her unwanted opinions on how the youth is degenerate and why her nephew doesn't want to talk to her anymore because of the woke. I hate the woke!
I hate the woke! I hate woke! I hate the left! I hate the woke!
We love the beast! YouTube fought the British government on this, but unfortunately it's a losing battle. The idea that politicians should have a say over what content is prioritized in our feeds is deeply concerning. Moving on to Hassan. Right, so Hassan now wants to imprison the former president and vice president. He wants Biden and Kamala Harris in jail, and he wonders why liberals don't support him, by the way. Hassan clarifies that Kamala Harris should turn herself into The Hague over Israel-Palestine take. Not him, though. He should not go to The Hague. Of course not. Hassan is just a peace-loving man who supports terrorists 10 toes down.
Tom Piker's right about this. Both Joe Biden and Kamala Harris deserve to be in prison and or at The Hague for financing, arming, and enabling every way Israel's destruction of Gaza. Complicity in genocide is the ultimate crime against humanity. It's so crazy. Like, I know this is one of those. Here's the problem. The problem with this statement is it's true. It's objectively true. Okay? But it's also a hard pill for Americans to swallow, especially a lot of liberals who obviously have some affinity towards the Democratic Party, the brand, and also specifically Kamala Harris. I said in a just world, that is what would happen. I didn't say we live in a just world, okay? We don't. We don't live in a just world. You can argue against that. You can argue against why it's actually unjust to potentially criminally prosecute the vice president and the president for aiding and abetting a foreign nation and its genocide against the population. You can make
real quick. How much would it suck to get your ass whooped by a dude dressed as Sailor Moon or whatever the fuck this guy's dressed as? Damn, man. Anyway, sorry.
Maybe try and say it's actually unjust to prosecute these people. That's quite a difficult argument, I think, to advance. So for the most part, people will instead go, look at how silly this is. You should be in prison, actually. That's what Hen Mazik, Israeli propaganda, said, right? Hassan Piker says in a just world, Kamala Harris was served prison time over Israel. Interesting stand from a man who was atoned for nothing. Said America deserved 9/11, called Orthodox Jews inbred on stream. Said it doesn't matter on October 7th. Said Hamas 1,000 times better than Israel and stands by it. Said a Houthi terrorist he featured on stream is Anne Frank. Oh, of course, absolutely. Banned from the UK as not conducive to the public good. He wants Kamala Harris in prison. Who does Hassan atone to? He built the standard. Let him be measured by it.
I mean, they kind of just quoted your greatest hits, to be honest. Yeah, I don't really see how he doesn't see the hypocrisy here. I mean, let me get this straight. He wants everybody in prison, basically Trump, Kamala Harris, Biden, all the other leaders, I suppose. You know what? They should just make Hassan president. I think he will do the best job, actually. Ban all Asmongold streams immediately. Slop tubers will be executed for cyber stalking. Shock collars manufactured worldwide, discounted cost, but in fact free. They hand them out to the citizens for free. All dogs will fear Hassan. They will sit in place for 10 hours a day, and they will be zapped with 10,000 lightning bolts. Dare they move. Anyways, the funniest thing happens as
mostly on your balls.
Hassan himself is complicit in the war crimes and the bombs because he pays taxes that finance them.
Aren't you aiding and abetting by paying taxes to the American government? There's a moral culpability associated with this, for sure, and it's one that I actually take very seriously, which is why I try to do my very best to put an end to it. It's a moral culpability that we all have. It's true, okay? You're not wrong. I know you're bringing that point up as like a silly gotcha, as though I do not acknowledge this, right? But if you're making the comparison between an American taxpayer and the American president that's directing, or at least signing off on how those tax dollars go and contribute to genocide, you're a fucking moron, okay? I don't know how else to explain this to you. Like, there's varying degrees of moral culpability, especially if you're the average American taxpayer. You don't get to have a say, unfortunately, in how your tax dollars are spent. That's kind of the problem with this current fake democratic process that we have, and that's what we seek to change.
Yo, hold up, Hassan. Stand by your morals. Refuse to pay the taxes that you know are bombing people overseas. It's time to turn yourself in, Hassan. This can't go on. Dude, this guy's such a hypocrite, man. You wanted Ethan's wife, Ela, to go to prison to avoid the mandatory military service. You wanted her to have some conviction. I think it's time for you to do the same. And he says he takes this very seriously, but you still earn millions of dollars that you're paying to the government in taxes, financing more bombs. I don't know, Hassan, very evil of you. Moving on to Hassan begging streamer NMP for a collab with Asmongold. Holy shit, this is pathetic. Hassan shows up in NMP's chat after he discussed wanting to collab while in LA.
Yeah, does your dog have to wear a shot collar if you go to stay with Hassan? You feel good about yourself, Gentry? After that one, it's in LA, so it's gonna be awesome. And maybe we'll stop by Hassan's if he has some time for me. You know, and the thing is, I know people don't like Hassan and people don't like Asmon, but and you guys have your reasons, but the thing is, they've been just so unbelievably nice to me. Like, it's strange. You know, like both of them have been nicer to me than essentially like every other member of OTK. Like, just across the board, you know. So it's weird because I know you guys feel a certain way about these guys, and you know, I don't know what to say. Really about it. Zach is a nice guy. Yeah. I mean, to me, they're both. To me, again, because I know these guys personally, right? Like, you guys don't know them personally. I know them personally, and like, like they're guys. At least for me, if I ever needed help with anything, they would always be there. You know, like no strings attached, bro. No strings attached. And like that to me is rare in this industry. Guys, Hassan just texted me. He said, when are you here? How long? What are you doing? Oh my God, Hassan! Yay, Hassan! Yay! Oh my God.
Who would ever say this? Why would someone ever say this and film them, do it on stream? Why?
God.
I forgot I had this.
Isn't he the best?
No.
Oh my goodness. Should
He
we extend our
literally
trip
is
to see
not.
Hassan? Oh my goodness. All right, how about this? How about this? How about this? How about this? To make everyone happy, we will stream with Hassan. Then when I get back, we will stream with Asmon. And if that's not good enough,
Take my sub back.
if that's not good enough, I will call Destiny and see if he
Take
can-
my sub back.
I will make everyone happy, guys.
I see Hassan brings out the true fanboy in you.
Yeah.
I'll make everyone happy. Someone says, just make sure you don't do anything illegal because he's under investigation. Is he?
Yes.
Why? First off, what illegal stuff do you think I'm doing? I don't do anything illegal.
Bro, this NMP guy has got to be the most clueless dude on the planet. Is he? Oh my God, is he under investigation? Yes, you fucking moron. Like, what? Are you asleep or something? I mean, how do you dick ride him this much and call him one of your good friends when you know nothing about him? I mean, no wonder he was showing you terrorist propaganda. He probably thought you'd fall for it. The justification is so crazy. Hassan is just so nice to me IRL, guys. Like, I'm almost as shocked this guy. What does he do? Does he not treat you like complete garbage? This is normal, man. This is how normal people act. Also, I suspect it's because you have viewers, right? Hassan likes anybody clouded that doesn't hate his guts. He's very short on friends, right? Dude, this is like being outed as a pedo and then somebody going, you know, but they're pretty nice to me. I don't know if I should, you know, stay away from them, to be honest. They're pretty nice to me. Like, I don't know what's going on, but they're pretty nice to me. Like, I think we know enough, man. So then Hassan asked him to set up a collab with Asmon because they're like mutual friends. This is so desperate, bro. Imagine getting rejected by a girl and then asking her friend to set you up together again. Like, this is so creepy, dude.
I would love to do a collab with Zach. He's the one ducking. Really? I mean, to be fair, Asmon really doesn't do collabs with anybody. But if you guys ever did collab, though, I would absolutely... I'd be watching. Not gonna lie. You know, I remember I was hanging out with Hassan and I met Aiden Ross for the first time, too. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe in the future y'all could do a collab. You know, but does it have to be a debate? Like, what if it's like a cooking stream where you guys just cook burgers or something? Does it have to be political? Or like a hot tub stream or some shit, you know? Wouldn't that be great? Like, just like don't address the elephant in the room. I'd have to ask about his worldview.
Of course he does. Yeah, this is just probably never happening. I don't think Asmon should ever collab with him either. It's just too dangerous. Like, nobody should go next to Hassan. He's just a psycho. But I will say it would be absolutely insanely legendary content, all right? If NMP can set it up, I mean, I don't know. Somehow he's friends with both of them. That's pretty rare. That's a talent. I guess it's because he really, really goes out of his way to act very oblivious, right? The second he goes against any of like Hassan's insane ass points, then he'll get kicked to the curb. Now click this video. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully
That's interesting. I mean, it is nice to see that someone can be friends with both, I guess. I mean, at one point, a lot of people were friends with both. And then Asmon started speaking about his true political affiliation, and then he was abandoned by a lot of people for some reason. Like, he used to pop in on Extra Emily and the whole bit. But anyway, guys, that's going to be all for today. Again, I mostly just wanted to talk to the English stuff, and then Dianuka in my chat brought this up, so we went through it, and it covered a lot of similar stuff, and some people think that the two are connected. Then, of course, it wouldn't be the Legendary series without talking about Hassan Diddy Piker. So, anyway, guys, that's it for today. We will see you tomorrow for the normal Monday show. Until then,